What do you think?
I think we're dead meat. Real dead meat.
Go ahead and laugh, you guys. If I ever find a little bastards that did this, they're dead meat.
Welcome to the Dead Meat Podcast, your horror safe haven. I'm Chelsea.
I'm James. We're married and we like to get scared together.
Yeah, it's Horror Survivor. We're here. We're late, but we're here. I made it happen.
It feels weird doing one without a season of Survivor on.
Yes, it does.
But it will be back at the end of this month. This is February.
That's so crazy. It's already back.
That's why we get them twice a year, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
But this is our 6th season of Horror Survivor. And we were just streaming earlier today. We streamed the phenomenal game, Mouthwashing. Very good. And someone asked in the chat if the characters in Horror Survivor and the characters in the Horror Royal Rumble are canonically in the same universe. And I'd like to think that they are. Chelsea's worried that the lore...
I'm worried that it'll contradict itself somehow.
What I pledge to you, I guess, pledge is a strong word. What I hope to do is before the next Horror Survivor, rewatch, personally, I will, by myself, rewatch the first, at that point, 6 Horror Survivors and write down the events and make sure that I am well aware of them. I will do, before it gets too far, I will do what I should have done with D&D and D.
Oh, fuck yeah, me too.
Yeah, and make sure that it is all within my grasp of knowledge, that I have reference sheets to look at, because we rewatched the first 2 Horror Rumbles before recording the 3rd one. Very helpful. And
yes.
those are 3-hour-long things, easy for me to do, and I'll make...
There's a lot of Horror Survivor.
There's a lot of Horror Survivor, but I will do it because I want the Dead Meat universe to be coherent,
consistent, sure.
and consistent.
Yeah.
And so, unless there are wildly contradictory things that have already occurred, we will say that yes, this is the same universe. The Megan that won Horror Survivor is the same Megan that won the Horror Rumble. Think of them as Survivor and the Challenge, or Traitors. These people are going on multiple events
shows.
And then that opens it up for if we ever do anything future with other events or occurrences.
Yeah.
I mean, possibly March Madness might be included as well.
Yeah. I mean, what we did, like the one just kind of straight up March Madness.
Yeah,
forever
early
ago,
on,
though.
way back in the apartment.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the same. I don't know. Although those are more like the movie versions. I feel like the Survivor and Rumble versions, we're making our own canon for them.
Yeah.
So I think it might have to be restricted to those. But I'm glad to be doing this again. We had a blast doing the Horror Rumble. Check that out. I think the 3rd one is our best one yet.
It's the best one. It's so good.
Best roster, best occurrences, and a moment that literally had us wheezing with laughter.
Yes, correct. It's very, very good.
So check that out. And then this is our other fun-ass thing, because I saw in a lot of the comments on the Rumble, people saying, I love Horror Rumble and Horror Survivor. Thank you for making them. So here you go. Right away, you get the other one.
All right. Let's just get right into it, because I think if you're watching Horror Survivor 6, you know what this is going to be. I don't think we really need to explain Survivor and the rules.
You know by now.
Yeah. There's been a few things I've tweaked. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like more nervous for this one because I've like tweaked things.
Yeah, we're is this new era?
I don't know if I want to call it new era.
Because that's what Survivor has in the last few years, have been new era.
I don't know if I want to put that on it.
Okay.
You know, it's just, I'm just trying to keep it fresh.
Yeah.
Because that's what I worry about.
Yes.
Is keeping it fresh.
We want to keep it
in seasons to come, especially where challenges are concerned. I get worried that they're...
See, you're worried about that. I don't think people will mind if challenges get reused, especially if they were used in the first few seasons. Like, it's fine.
But
right,
that's
folks?
the thing is, like, I'm starting to, I've already reused some.
Hey, Real Survivor reuses their challenges all the time.
That's true. That's true. Do we want to just start picking
Let's
tribes?
we know what we're doing. We're picking tribes, but we do. If our first twist, someone call M Night this year, 3 tribes.
We're doing 3 tribes to start
instead of 2.
Controversial.
I know. We'll see, because 3 tribes. I was less excited about this than James was.
I said we want to freshen it up, baby. Let's do 3 tribes. The other thing is here. I don't like 3 tribes in real Survivor because I like people being able to hide during votes and like maneuver, and there's a group over here voting for someone, but if I can rally the other troops, when it's smaller tribes split into 3, there's no room to maneuver. If you have like 4 people who are gunning for you, that's it, you're done. But I think it'll be helpful for us because it'll make it easier.
Yeah.
We won't have to determine, who are each of these 9 people going to vote for.
Sure.
It'll be like, yes, there's a small majority who wants this person out. They're probably gone.
The problem, though, with 3 tribes is often, I feel like always, honestly.
No, last season.
That's true. It's a little bit more even. But pretty often, you'll get a failed tribe.
Yes.
You'll get one tribe that is just decimated.
They just lose challenge after challenge after challenge, and then they are...
Because you lose one person, and not only can that make you, physically weaker. In like the new era, you lose your flint, so you don't have fire. I'm assuming you're sleeping worse. Then just the paranoia sets in of like, oh no, are we the tribe that's just going to slowly dwindle?
And having to maneuver your way around a tribal council is going to weigh on you and sap your energy. Those tribes that like win constantly and never have to go to tribal, they're just like, we're all friends.
They get to stay a cohesive kind of, we're all out here camping kind of feel.
Yeah, it's harder to work side by side with someone who just voted for you last night at tribal.
Yes, I guess we can keep that in mind too.
That is true. Yeah.
Can I have like a big swig of that wine before we
I'm drinking wine from a jar. 2024 sober James is out of here. I'm back to enjoying some libations.
We should clarify that you didn't drink last year just because you didn't want to. You're not relapsing and excited about it, right?
I'm off the wagon, baby. Fuck it. No, I just did it for just basically to see if I could and what it'd be like.
You did.
It was did the whole damn year. Got a little bored of it at the end, and I was going to parties and being like, this would be better with a drink, but I stuck to it, and it was fine.
Yeah.
And now I can enjoy some booze again.
Nice glass of wine.
Nice glass of wine.
All right, let's start, Molly. This is not gonna work.
As always, we have James Gressel behind the camera.
Hello.
Survivor fan.
Oh wait, I gotta get all these little pieces out of here.
And friend.
Is that gonna be on the lower third now?
Yes. Add more editor's work.
Put that on my LinkedIn.
Sorry, there's like a ton of like little guys in here.
It's a little guy tribe?
No.
Oh no, a whole tribe of little guys. And yeah, that's the other thing with future Horror Survivor seasons. We could do themes. We could do, villains versus final
because
girls.
Survivor would like heroes versus healers versus hustlers.
Yeah.
You could literally do that.
We could, actually.
Sure.
Okay, let's start drawing.
Okay.
So 3 tribes. The first tribe that I'll have you draw for is going to be Harga tribe, the Harga tribe.
That's from Midsummer?
That is from Midsummer. I was going to ask if you knew what it was from.
Yes.
It's the commune in Midsummer. All right, let's see who our first member of Harga is.
Okay.
I
can already hear the music that's added in post.
It's funny.
Playing during this.
Every single tribe, I'm like, am I pronouncing this correctly? Like this season, every single tribe.
Okay. It's never gonna be Dully on Harga because we've got Sully from Bones and All, as played by Oscar
winner
Mark Rylance.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
And as we discussed last episode, a knight of the British Empire.
Is that true?
Is that true?
Right? Wasn't he in that
Only
category?
Connect? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Him, Christopher Lee, and Ian. Was it Ian Holm? Was the other one?
Yeah.
They'll knight anyone
Sir
over there.
David Mark Rylance. Yeah, Rylance.
All right, our first member of Lamia tribe,
What
or
is it?
Lamia?
Lamia? What's that from?
That's the demon from Drag Me to Hell, and is also just a creature from mythology. It's like a half snake, half woman. But in Drag Me to Hell, it's the demon.
It's been a few years since I've seen Drag Me to Hell, and I haven't fully kill counted it, so
Yeah.
I'm not super...
So I think it's Lamia.
I don't know.
Okay, our first
the
member of
lamey-ass
Lamia
tribe.
is, oh wow, fun, Hercule Poirot.
Oh, nice.
As played by...
As obviously played by Kenneth Branagh
Okay.
with his crazy accent. And he is technically a horror character because that last Hercule movie was a horror movie.
What was it? Haunting in Venice?
A Haunting in Venice.
A Haunting in
It was
Venice?
good.
It was a fun
I liked
movie.
that movie. And Kyle Allen was in it.
Kyle Allen, who is how I met my personal trainer.
Yes, exactly.
And just has a ton of mutuals with me.
Yes.
And everyone's like, dude, you and Kyle will get along so well.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. And Tina Fey's in that. It's a fun movie.
Yep. Okay, so we've
Third
got
try.
Hercule. Can't decide if he would be fun or really annoying.
This is where the third tribe's going to win. On
yeah,
this,
I
this-
figured we
this
put them.
cat tower
by
that
where-
Lucy has never once used.
Nope.
I don't think our chonky
It's a little
cat could fit
small,
on the sleeve.
yeah. Yeah. Our third tribe is the Moder tribe. Moder.
Moder.
Yeah, there's no way you would guess.
Moder?
There's no way you'll guess.
No. What is it?
It's the entity from The Ritual.
oh.
The big deer kind of creature.
The awesome looking, like, yeah, from the Netflix
Yeah,
The Ritual, which we watched
With-
once for a commentary track.
we did.
That's our only time we've ever watched it, and that was back at the apartment, so years and years ago.
Very cool creature design in that movie.
Oh, ha! Well, I'm sorry for Motor, because they've got Dante the Great from VHS Viral, the most fucking just wannabe cool guy. He's got a flavor
He's
saver.
got a flavor saver. He got
He
a little
finds
like,
an
little
actual magical cape
Yes.
and uses it to score hot chicks.
Yep.
Eventually betrayed by
Yeah.
said hot chick.
He like sacrifices his assistants to the cape.
Yes.
Yeah.
But one of them finds out what's happening.
Yeah.
One of them who looks exactly like Becky Lynch.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
Okay, on Harga,
Harga, yeah.
we've got Ms. Rebecca's baby boy,
Mr. Vegas baby boy, Leatherface.
returning for a second season.
Yes, a returnee. I wrote down on here if people were returnees or not and like why they were booted. Oh, he lost fire making in season 1.
In season 1.
Yeah.
And was he part of? I remember there was like a Mama's Boy contingent.
Him with was
it
it
Norman
Pamela
Bates?
Voorhees?
Did she like lead? See, this
I
is why
think
I'm gonna
so,
go back.
yeah.
I swear we're gonna
Yeah,
know
yeah,
this
yeah.
next time.
Okay, our second member of Lamia is Sam from Trick or Treat.
Oh, okay. Cute little Sam.
Cute little Sam, but he's not just a cute little kid. He's a little scary under that mask.
He's feisty.
Yeah.
He can also crawl on ceilings.
That's interesting. That's right. He can he defies gravity a little bit.
Uh-huh.
Or he not even defying gravity. He's like a little lizard or something.
He's also a stickler for rules.
Yes.
If you don't follow the rules of Halloween, he will stab you in the throat with a broken lollipop.
That's right. I wonder if that translates to challenge rules or
Yeah. Huh.
yeah.
Or if it's just Halloween that he's really into. Mm-hmm. All right. But also, just because he seems like a little kid, he's seen some shit, man. He sat there and watched a potential orgy turn into a bunch of werewolf ladies murdering a bunch of guys.
Yeah.
And he just sat there and ate his candy while it happened. He didn't mind. All right. Moder. Oh, they have such sights to show you with Pinhead. Pinhead and Dante
Oh,
the Great.
no.
Who is this fool?
This tribe loves leather jackets.
Yeah, dude.
But the kind of leather jacket you could find at a Renaissance fair in someone selling handmade leather goods.
There's a lot of metalry on it.
Stuff with gears on it and feathers.
Yeah.
I like it.
Okay. Back on Harga, we have
I just realized we got 2 cannibals over there.
Sully and Leatherface. They
Yeah.
do both eat people.
Yeah.
And you know what? This person might be able to help prepare them some tasty meals because she is nothing if not the perfect homemaker and housewife. It's Beverly Sutphin, aka Cereal Mom.
Cereal Mom.
As played by Kathleen Turner in John Waters' fantastic Cereal Mom.
Okay. Yeah.
Now, obviously, Leatherface is going to be drawn.
Yes,
Wait. Oh, no, Leatherface wouldn't be a mama's boy. He doesn't really have a mother figure.
No, he doesn't. But I could. I'm interested to see that play out.
I think she
Because
would be
Jason
sweet.
is the one who would really
Yes.
be drawn to her.
Oh, yeah. She's like a ringer for Pamela.
Yeah.
She's like Milfy Pamela.
Yeah. Okay. Our third member of Lamia is going to be Mr. Reed from Heretic.
Or more like Mr. Reed. Okay.
That's Hugh Grant from Heretic.
Very self-righteous man.
Holy shit, him and Hercule Poirot is so fucking annoying. And then Sam just sitting there not talking.
Yeah, those two will do all the talking for him. Don't worry.
Holy shit.
Oh man.
I don't know enough about Hercule to know if he is a character that has faith. Like, is he a believer? Is he atheist? You know?
I am also not sure.
Yeah, because I feel like a character, like a
If he's like a Sherlock
literary
Holmesy type,
right.
he's probably going to be completely logic driven. Ergo, no, no God.
Yeah, and just every case has a rational explanation.
Exactly. And
I guess that was his whole thing in Haunting in Venice.
Oh, yeah,
is
he didn't believe it was
proving that
supernatural.
that that doesn't necessarily mean you're not religious, but sure.
Yeah, so I think those two might get along actually.
They might be, and they might be really fucking annoying about it.
Okay, over on Motor, we've got Grace from Ready or Not.
Okay.
Oh.
Hi, Dante.
Dante immediately gonna be trying to get into her wedding dress.
Yes.
Yeah.
Recruit her for his magic shows. He needs a new assistant.
But you know what? With Pinhead there, I could see him. I could see Grace reminding him of Ashley. Is that her name?
Or the final girl?
Yeah.
Oh.
Of Kirsty Cotton.
Kirsty, yeah.
Yeah. I think she might like her spunk and vigor may remind him because he ended up like respecting Kirsty.
Yeah, they have a weird kind of relationship where he respects her, I think.
Yeah. Okay. Over on Harga.
Because Kirsty didn't ask for any of that, and neither does Grace, you know?
Exactly. These situations are kind of foisted upon them.
Right.
And Pinhead respects how Kirsty dealt with it.
Right.
Just as Grace also was able to handle herself against the Dumas family in Ready or Not.
Movie rules.
Yeah, it does.
Fucking great
Fun
movie.
movie.
It's
Yeah.
a good movie.
It's no notes. So there will be 6 people in total?
Yeah,
Okay, so we're halfway through on all the tribes already.
right.
Now, we've got on Harga.
Ooh,
Ricky Jupe
Ricky.
Park, as played by Stephen Yeun in the masterpiece Nope.
Okay.
By Jordan Peele.
Jupe is such an actual Survivor cast
Yes.
member. Like,
Yes,
You
he's
know-
got a life story.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's
You know?
got all the markings of like an actual person who would be on Survivor.
Yeah,
my
it's like
God.
I came from this. You might remember me from this childhood show I was on.
Oh
had
my
now
God.
I have a family. I have 3 beautiful boys.
They've got the slideshow of the of like
Oh my
childhood
God, yeah.
pictures and pictures of his kids.
I've been able to turn
Oh.
that tragedy into success with my park.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm trying to think back to other contestants, and he might be the most likely person we've played with to actually
To be on Real
translate.
Survivor.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
So real. Okay, the 4th person on Lamia is going to be. We've got
Oh, I was wondering why there was something written on both sides.
There's some rules here.
Oh no.
We've got
Oh, God.
Sue from The Substance. Here's what's gonna happen with this. I hope that this works. So, Sue, she's gonna start as Sue. She has 7 days as Sue to switch back. She has to switch back to Elizabeth. Or for each day that she goes over, there are consequences. She has to switch back to Elizabeth by episode 11. We can't just keep her as Sue the whole time, or else what's the point?
Yeah.
So I'm forcing there to be a deadline for
Okay.
this. So whether or not we think Sue wants to push it, I'm sure she will, because that's what she does in the movie. But there's consequences.
Okay. And this is from The Substance.
Yes.
Sue, as played by Margaret Qualley.
Yeah.
And contender in the Horror Rumble.
There were a few, I went through a few versions of rules to play with for Sue/Elizabeth, and this is what I landed on because it just made the most sense to me. Like, I just was kind of playing out the game in my head. I had other ones that were, like coin flip to see where she started.
Okay.
But this I feel like makes the most sense.
Okay.
To just start with Sue.
Did
and
she audition for the show
As Sue. Yes. for sure.
Probably, yeah.
What woman in her 50s is cast on Survivor? It's
It-
rare. What?
There's usually at least one a season. What's her face made it really far just now.
Sure.
Also named Sue.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but I mean, they
happens, but-
often are like the first boots.
Sure, totally.
Like, and more young people are cast.
Oh,
than
absolutely.
Women
And
who
I
are
think
50.
if Sue/Elizabeth is going on Survivor, she knows that like older women are often the first boot. So
Yeah.
she's going to start as Sue.
strategically, she's going to start as Sue. For
Totally.
Sure. That's how she'll audition.
Yeah.
Audition. Okay. Up next on Motor, we've got Frankenstein's Monster.
Frankenstein's monster.
Okay, so I'm assuming this is like OG original incarnation.
This is Boris Karloff.
Boris Karloff, unable to speak. He's
Yeah.
not walking
Yeah,
around.
he can say a few things.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, good, you know.
yeah.
Yeah.
But that's about it.
Yeah.
He's not walking around with his arms outstretched. That's
No,
that
because
comes
he
later.
doesn't do that in that
Yeah.
original movie.
But he is walking around in those clonkers.
He's got those big ass shoes. He is afraid of fire.
They're fire bad.
I'm gonna say, just because I did want to play with this character, I'm gonna say that like he can hold a torch. Like it's fine. It's just
Oh yeah,
You know-
light your fire. In this game, fire is your survivor.
yeah. And we're not just gonna have him go home first because he's scared of tribal council. But
He's probably gonna be at least a little uneasy though.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Would he? Well, we'll get to it.
Okay. Over on Harga, we've got Annie Wilkes from Misery. Yeah. Now, if you haven't seen Misery, because we've never covered it on the show,
No.
the most representation she's had is the Horror Rumble. But,
That's true.
yeah. Probably worth a watch. Kathy Bates, did she win the Oscar for that?
I think
Or was
she
nominated at least.
Did she win the Oscar?
And that's
She would have young too, I think.
No, she. I mean, young compared to how we know Kathy Bates
I
generally.
guess,
but
yeah.
she was like in her mid 30s, maybe late 30s.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she got started.
She has a
later.
young face. It I think too.
and that is of course based on a Stephen King novel, one of his classics.
She did win for Misery.
Did win for Misery. So that if Demi
Yeah.
wins for The Substance, I think that'll be the first leading female performance in a horror movie win since Kathy Bates.
oh
in Misery.
wow.
Natalie
Jodie
Portman?
Foster.
What? Oh, Jodie Foster. Oh yeah,
that would have been the year after Misery. Wasn't that
okay, they were
91?
right there, yeah.
90, 91.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Did
yeah,
Natalie
Jodie Foster.
Portman win for Black Swan?
Yes.
She won.
Yes.
Then that we'll count it.
Oh yeah.
That's a dark movie.
So,
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Misery's so cool. Misery I feel like is almost ahead of its time.
Yeah.
Our next contestant for Lamia is he's back. It's Leprechaun.
Oh no.
He's your favorite.
Oh fuck.
I was like, he hasn't been on in a while.
That
and-
little shit.
Uh-oh.
So who's over there? Leprechaun is with Sue. I'm so sorry, Sue.
Oh no.
He's gonna be so gross.
We've got. Okay. I have.
Well, here I guess we'll
Damn
go
it.
over when we're done with them.
Yeah,
So,
I just keep
okay.
dropping them.
back on Motor. You are gonna have to do the majority of the work for this character because I've only seen these films a single time in a single day, and
I think Gressel could help too.
Gressel could perhaps help
Oh God, what is it?
with Edward Cullen from Twilight.
Oh Jesus.
Here's the thing: challenge fucking beast.
Yeah,
right
for
here.
real though.
Yeah.
Yes.
I know he
Think-
plays
think
baseball
Ozzy.
really well.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. Ozzy's
Actually,
a great
very
comparison.
good. I think analog.
Maybe not their post-game career.
Okay. Alrighty. And then over on Harga, we've got Joseph, maybe air quotes on that name, from Creep.
Yep.
That's Mark Duplass's character from Creep, Creep 2, and the Creep tapes. Weird guy.
He's a weird guy.
He's very unsettling, very awkward. He will ask you to film him for a weekend.
He is good at kind of
Disarming.
yeah, and getting people to do stuff that he wants. He's good at the long game of amping up requests that are weirder and
Foot in the
weirder.
door strategy.
Yes. Yeah.
Where like he gets you to slowly do things that you wouldn't be willing to do until all of a sudden you're filming him in a bathtub while he pretends to
Have tubby time.
wash his invisible baby.
Yeah. Yeah. He's good at the slow play.
Yeah.
All right. Our last tribe member for Lamia is going to be Mrs. Carmody from The Mist.
Oh, okay. As played by Marcia Gay Harden.
Marcia Gay Harden, yeah.
Yes. The Mist, another Stephen King property, and famously covered on the kill count very early on, especially because of that ending, one of the craziest endings to a film ever.
Yeah, one of the bleakest endings to a movie ever.
Mrs. Carmody is a religious fanatic.
Yes.
Who takes a group. Oh, and she is on the tribe with Mr. Reed. Oh,
I didn't even-
shit.
I'm going to sound like I'm lying. I did not even think once about those two.
Oh, man.
Together.
She is a fire and brimstone.
Holy
This
shit.
apocalypse is upon us because of the sins of humanity, and we must sacrifice a human being to apologize to God and end this struggle.
I didn't even think.
Dude.
This is the most annoying tribe to be on, maybe.
It's rough. It's real rough.
It's-
Leprechaun's there too. Yeah. And you know what? The thing is, though, she may have been proven right at the end. Because
Yeah, I know.
after that happens in the ending,
Yeah.
that's when things clear up a little bit. So it's like, was she right? I
Mm-hmm.
don't know. Our last member on Motor Tribe is Jack Delroy.
Jack Delroy, fresh off his Rumble
Disappointing
appearance.
Rumble run. Yeah, brief appearance.
It was certainly an appearance. Okay, that's it. That's our 3 tribes. This feels weird.
And Jack Delroy is, of course, David Dastmalchian's character from Late Night with the Devil, which we've covered on the podcast. A late night talk show host who made a deal with the devil for success, only to fall to second place
Right.
and lose his wife because of it. So, okay, yeah, let's look at our tribes.
Yeah.
Or I guess should they land on the beach and we'll
Yeah, let me get my...
kind of talk about the dynamics at play in that first day.
Okay, yeah, let's have them all get to know each other. They're taking the boats out to the island.
It's
They're bouncing
on the waves,
bouncing on the wave. They're yeet.
Yeah, you're just yeeting across the ocean.
And they get to their respective spots on the island. They're gonna build shelter, get to know each other.
You know what? On the boats, on the way to the islands, of course, we're getting little talking heads of some of the contestants as they're going on the boat. So we got Leprechaun be like, I'm back again. I fell short a little time, but don't let my stature fool you. I won't fall short again. We get, maybe a quick one of Frankenstein's monster just going, now I'm imagining the Conan O'Brien Frankenstein.
Yes!
Frankenstein wastes a minute of our time.
Yes, that's
Where it follows him around the studio.
He's
and he's
showing
like,
him stuff.
yes, that's a microwave. Thank you.
Oh my god. I forgot all about that bit. I forget if we talked about that on our Late Night with the Devil episode, but yes, that's such a good one. We've got Hercule like, oh, c'est pas vrai. He doesn't know what TV is. I don't even own that TV.
Andy Wilkes.
He wouldn't own a TV.
Oh, no, he absolutely would not.
No way.
It'd be a waste of time. Andy Wilkes saying that, nowadays people on TV are just, they're so naughty and out for themselves, and she's going to bring some wholesome, good energy to this tribe.
That's
and
right.
That's how she's going to win, through the power of positivity.
Oh, dude, what if she is like one of those Survivor fans who just listens to Jeff's podcast every week and fucking hates new Survivor and is like, Jeff has gone soft.
Dude, is Jeff who she's fucking mapped onto?
Bring back spicy Jeff. Who else we got?
Beverly Sutphin and Annie Wilkes are two characters who are both putting on a front of wholesomeness.
Of very specific kinds of domesticity.
Yeah.
You know, like Annie as this provider, almost nurse, kind of
right,
motherly.
she's a nurse,
Yeah. And then you've got Beverly, who is the 50s kind of housewife.
Yeah,
Who's
Leave It to
always got
Beaver.
the best dish at the bake sale or whatever. Yeah. Makes a mean casserole. Interesting. Okay.
All right, so yeah, what they're landed on their beaches.
Yeah.
So yeah, Harga Tribe, we've already talked about. Beverly and Annie both, I think they'll be drawn to each other initially, but then Beverly will start to like, you know, how she treated Dottie and doing the calls, like
Yes.
calling her with the...
Yeah, I think Annie will catch Beverly starting to cause trouble. You know?
We've also got Ricky Jupe Park and Joseph from Creep. Jupe seems like someone who Joseph could really sink his teeth
I
into,
think so
man.
too, yeah.
Jupe seems like exactly the kind of guy who Joseph would like be able to convince to come film him for a while.
He'd be good at flattering him. And do you think he'd be really good at pretending to be a huge fan of his?
Yeah.
You
yeah,
know?
he would do a little bit of research, find out who Jupe is, and be like, oh, I loved you on that show. Okay, I'm trying to be an actor too. Can you help me film my audition?
Yes, you know, from actor to actor. Okay, I like that.
Sully's there. Sully again is another person who puts up a front of being friendly at first. I'm not sure if there's anyone who Sully will get attached to, like with Marin in Bones and All.
Yeah, because they specifically are going through, like, they have this very similar life thing going on that
They're
able
both cannibals. They have to eat people.
Yeah, and he's able to relate to her. And but they have to eat people.
Although Leatherface is there.
Yes, Leatherface doesn't have to eat people.
He doesn't, but Sully still might, you know, be like, oh, well, I know how the taste is. It's real good.
Sully's also kind of really gross. And I think Leatherface he'll get him, you know?
Yeah. I mean, those two are going to be hanging out, I think.
I could also see, because Leatherface is good at sewing and arts and crafts, and
Yes.
maybe him and Beverly will be good at making camp look really pretty together.
Okay.
You know,
they could bond over that.
They're weaving the palm fronds. Yeah. So I could see that being a relationship as well.
I could see the four of them perhaps not trusting Joseph and by extension Jupe. You know, they're looking at Joseph and they're like, "Who's that? Something a little off about that guy."
Yeah.
But you got, because depending on who you are, it's pretty obvious, or you're like, "No, I don't think he's just like an awkward guy. He's you know, he means well." Whereas other people are like, "No, he's a fucking weirdo."
Yeah.
So okay.
Yeah. I wonder, do you think Jupe is going to try and be an intermediary between Joseph and like everyone else? Because I think Jupe is, he's charming. Like he's, you know.
He is. He's a people pleaser.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He wants to be a ringleader.
Yeah, for sure. Well, definitely.
Yeah. Okay. So over on Lamia Tribe.
Oh, God.
This is the... Man, poor Sam. He can't even talk. Or maybe he just chooses not to.
Sam, it's Sue I'm worried about.
Okay, we've got Sue. We've got Mr. Reed and Hercule Poirot, Mrs. Carmody from The Mist, Leprechaun, and then Sam. I like we have two holiday mascots.
Yeah,
over
St.
on-
Patrick's Day and Halloween.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing. I think Mr. Reed and Hercule will strike up a friendship pretty quickly.
They at least, even if they have differing views on certain things, I think that they'll respect that they're both smart dudes.
They're intellectuals.
Yeah, and can talk about boomer British guy stuff.
Well, they can talk about... Yeah,
even though Hercule's not British, but you get what I mean.
European.
Yes.
In a learned way, you know, whether it's music, literature, anything, they're informed. They're able to hold these conversations. I think Mrs. Carmody is going to see that as talking down to her, and then as soon as she finds out their whole deal,
dude, she's definitely gonna be the like. She's not gonna appreciate how book learned that those two are. I think.
And here's the thing. Leprechaun's going to instigate the shit out of that.
Absolutely.
He is going to see that happening, and he is going to rub his little hands together and just always use his abilities to make that antagonism greater between those groups.
Yes. Sue. What is Sue doing here?
Weeping
She's there
at
to
night.
pump it up.
Yeah, she's just working out on the beach. She's like those cast members where it's like so-and-so just gets up and does yoga every morning and leads the tribe in
She's
yoga.
doing the splits.
Yeah.
Watching the sunrise.
Well, she would be playing like a Parvati game.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you think she would be like a kind of like a seductress?
I think
charmer?
she's less seductress and more because Sue, I think of her personality and she's very sweet. She's literally the Born Sexy Yesterday thing.
Yeah.
Where she plays like she's super innocent. I'm Sue and I have to take care of my mom and she's sick.
She's not openly flirting
Yes.
with Dennis Quaid and like
Right.
and
I
hinting
think
at sexual
that's
favors.
why men are very attracted to her.
Exactly. She manages to be both the Madonna and the Virgin. Was that the word?
Madonna and the whore.
She's both.
Yeah.
She like looks like the whore, but
Right.
acts like the Madonna.
Right.
So like, fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
So I think that she could probably charm Mr. Reed.
I think so. I think she could certainly charm both of our gentlemen over here.
Yeah.
And Leprechaun's obviously going to be super
But
into
no,
her.
he's going to be production's going to have to watch like
They're going to have to keep an eye out for him for
Definitely.
sure.
Yeah. And then Sam is just one of those who's like, I think he's just sitting back and observing.
Mrs. Carmody not thrilled with how much skin that Sue is showing, I think.
Oh, for Sue?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She
No
does not
way.
appreciate
'cause
this young
she was,
woman's bosoms.
She was calling
bouncing everywhere.
the one chick like a harlot for, I mean, granted, she was like flirting with a married man in The Mist,
Mm-hmm.
but she is quick to, accuse impropriety of other women.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that tribe sucks.
Yeah, it's
I don't know what else
bad.
to tell
Bad
you.
vibes over on this tribe.
That's a rough tribe.
Every relationship's weird and bad. I don't like
Yeah.
it.
And Sam's just
Sam, like in the werewolf party scene, is just sitting back and watching.
sitting back watching
So
it,
that
yeah.
might work out well for him, actually.
And then we have the Motor Tribe.
Motor Tribe. Weird assortment.
We've got Jack, Delroy, and Pinhead.
Ooh, that's an interesting.
Jack's like, hey, I'm a little familiar with your type.
Dude, Pinhead would torture the fuck out of Jack. Are you kidding me? Jack Delroy might as well have wandered right out of a Hellraiser movie. Jack Delroy would see that puzzle box and be like, give me, mine, and just solve it and get his skin all ripped off.
Yeah, I'll do anything
Like,
for
are
this
you kidding
show.
me?
Yeah.
It's incredible. So what does that look like?
And same
here?
thing with Dante the Great.
Yeah.
He is sacrificing
That's true.
his assistants
He's like
for fame.
a
Jack
evil,
and Dante.
evil puzzle box. I get to have a residency in Vegas. Fucking give me.
Oh, man. So Pinhead probably sees them both as weak men.
Yes.
Who are easy to
And is
manipulate.
he gonna kind of act like we are totally equal? We are three bros, but he's manipulating them the whole time.
Do you think they'll get along, Jack and Dante? Because they
No.
both have the same character flaws, but they're different kinds of
They're
guys.
different. It's like, would Johnny Carson get along with Chris Angel? I don't know. I can't imagine they would be.
Because Dante has more of a bombastic, outwardly egotistical persona. Jack is like the good guy, he plays it more as a like
Yes.
wholesome.
Yeah.
Grace is here.
Poor Grace, I think, gravitating towards Edward Cullen. Because, you come out of just having gone through a nightmare wedding. You've been betrayed by who you thought you were going to marry and who's the love of your life. And she was going to marry into kind of the premise of a romance novel, marrying an heir of this fortune and getting married at this beautiful manor. And so I could see her just thinking maybe Edward Cullen's the real.
Or is it going to put her on guard against him?
You think she'll be suspicious of
She
him?
just thought she had the perfect guy, and now she sees Edward, who's a very handsome man. He even seems to sparkle a little bit, and she's like, I don't know. I don't want to, fool me twice.
Sure.
She's going to be a little bit more on guard. Maybe she's more interested in the leather-bound guy with pins in his head. Not even sexually, just as a, person who I might be able to trust more.
Okay.
At least he's showing outward who he is.
Or would Edward be a safe ally because he would be such like a family guy?
He is a wife guy.
Yeah, he's like, I have a family
You know
back
what?
home
We
who I'm out here for.
We should decide
Where
when
yes.
is
Is this
this
post-series?
married to
Does he have Anira? What's her name?
Renesmee?
Renesmee.
Does he have the weird animatronic baby?
Yes, that he has to make sure to oil properly.
Right, yeah. I feel like
Yeah, let's have him family
he's
man.
a married
Edward.
man.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
So yeah, maybe he is a safe guy.
Yeah, he's a port in a storm.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
And then there's Frankenstein's
Then there's
monster.
Frankenstein's monster. I mean, Frankenstein is going to look at, on the one hand, we've got Pinhead and his two minions. And on the other hand, we've got seemingly nice Grace and Edward. I think he's going to go hang out with them.
Yeah.
Will he also be able to bond with Edward about being like undead constructs?
Yeah, I was just like, we're both Universal monsters, kind of, right?
Yeah. Yeah, Edward at the very least I think would be understanding of his plight.
I think so, yeah.
And also we'll just probably call him Frankenstein.
We're just calling him Frankenstein.
We know it's the monster, okay?
Yeah. All right. Great. Our first immunity. Frankenstein.
Or Frank, whatever.
Our first immunity challenge. Each tribe is going to race to a post where one member will use a knife on a stick to cut through a rope. This is going to release coconuts, which the tribe will collect in a net, which they will then drag to a puzzle station. The tribe will then use the coconuts to knock down a block puzzle. Once a puzzle has been demolished, or once the puzzle has been demolished, the tribe will race to reassemble it. The first two tribes to complete their puzzle win. Basically, this is like a little bit of everything. We don't need to get too crazy into the specifics of who's going to be the best at, using a knife to cut a. It's just, I picked this one first because it is like a little bit of physical stuff, a little bit of precision. You're throwing stuff, a little bit of puzzle. So like, who's kind of the most well-rounded tribe here, essentially?
Sure. Okay.
Scratching post.
What?
That's the back one.
What?
That's the one that's going to win.
Oh, I was like, okay,
Motor?
I see.
Motor.
Scratching
I couldn't
post.
remember the real name. Motor.
Jack Gressel thinks, I was looking at Jack. Gressel thinks that Motor is ahead because...
I mean, they are pretty solid.
Edward's going to run out front and cut the rope. And then him and Frankenstein are going to drag the shit. And then between Grace and what I have gleaned of Dante and Jack, I feel like in Pinhead's whole thing is puzzles.
Pinhead's whole thing is puzzles.
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
you've got every base covered by Motor there.
I was
That is
thinking
true.
Edward knocking the puzzle down with his baseball skills.
Oh, there you
that
go.
Too, with Muse
When
playing.
he's playing, is like...
Yeah. Jeff's like, we can't afford that.
It's like, please don't hum that.
Please
don't whistle that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, over here we have...
And we picked two tribes so that I think definitely Motor.
Okay, yeah, Motor definitely wins. Yeah, that's the thing when you have three tribes doing a challenge. Usually the first one gets like a good reward and immunity. The second one gets like a lesser reward and immunity. The third one does not get immunity.
Right.
And they have to go to tribal. But yeah, we'll say Motor finishes first. Easy.
Okay.
So that now it's a race between the remaining two tribes, Harga and
Lamia.
Lamia. That's right.
It's harder to remember three is the problem I'm realizing. Looking here. Okay, I mean, Annie Wilkes, I'm just going to say she's got
strong.
softball energy. She's got like throwing a softball energy.
And she's got farm strength.
She's got
Oh,
farm
yeah.
She's riding a
strength.
tractor around.
Yeah.
Beverly is no slouch either.
I think regardless of how physically strong she is, she's gonna make up for in pure just drive and maybe playing a little bit
Come
dirty.
on, Harga!
Do you think she would be tripping people and shit?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, she'll play dirty as hell
I think
if
she's
she
gonna
can.
really play dirty.
Yeah, if she can get away with it, she definitely will. Who's good at puzzles over here, though?
I could see Jupe being okay at puzzles.
Yeah.
And Sully maybe.
Maybe.
Sully strikes me as does the crossword in an actual newspaper still kind of guy.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how well that translates to puzzles, but I just think he's the kind of guy who purchases, when you're at the grocery store, check out those like little books of like puzzles.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He just does them in his spare time.
Yes.
Which he has a lot of.
Yes.
He is because they like live a long time, right?
I think
Eating people.
You know, I'm not sure if I can't remember if in Bones and All they're like vampires where they live a long time.
I feel like the scene with David Gordon Green maybe mentions them having been around for a while. I don't remember.
Over here on
Yeah.
Lamia, Mr. Reed and Hercule are gonna fucking go crazy at puzzles.
Yeah,
They're gonna be
especially
so
Hercule,
good.
man.
Yeah.
He's gonna for sure be able to handle any of that.
Yeah.
Physically, you kind of only have Sue.
Yeah.
You know?
We know Sue's in shape.
Yep.
Sam is a little kid.
He's real top heavy with that big ass head.
Oh no, he's gonna be
kinda
falling
waddles,
over.
you know?
Yeah, I mean he can, crawl around and like we talked about earlier, but I don't know.
I don't think that helps
this
here.
challenge. I don't
Yeah.
know if that's gonna help.
Leprechaun, no physical capabilities.
No,
to
when he's got to move fast, he finds a vehicle.
He does.
Which we've mentioned in our We Hate Movies episodes on the Leprechaun movies is always our favorite thing when he finds a little vehicle.
yeah.
One that Leprechaun in Space, I think, was missing. And
he
we all
does drive a
noticed.
little vehicle in that, yeah.
Yeah. And then Mrs.
Carmody,
Carmody.
she's not physical.
No.
Really. So I think Harga's gonna come in second.
Okay. I think, yes. Just because I think by the time this tribe's going to even get to the puzzle stuff, they might have just already finished.
Yeah, I think Lamia is just there. Exactly. Like they would do better on the puzzle, which generally, is the great equalizer. It usually ends up everyone doing the puzzle, but I just feel like the other team will have enough of a head start because I don't know who you can't put everything on Sue
Yeah.
physically.
Yeah.
Okay. So Lamia ass tribe goes to tribal council.
Yeah. Who are they voting out?
Would the all right, this happens less in Survivor than you would think it would. So check me if you disagree. But would Hercule and Mr. Reed having maybe they almost catch up in the puzzle. Mm-hmm. So they do well. Sue does well in the physical part, but everybody else drags him down. Would they be able to use this to get rid of Carmody right away?
Maybe.
Damn. I'll fess up, just speaking as a producer of Survivor here. I'll be real sad if she goes, because I was hoping she could get to the point where she starts to form a little miniature cult, because that is kind of what
She
happens in
eventually
the mist.
makes a whole fucking grocery store of people follow her.
Yeah, but
Because Leprechaun's gonna know he sees this rift, he's gonna go with the majority.
But is Leprechaun gonna have is he gonna have a vested interest in keeping her around because he's able to use that kind of tension between her and those two guys?
Okay, so you're saying they're talking, they're breaking off into their little conversations.
Yeah.
Sue, who it can already charm Mr. Reed, let's call them the Logic Boys.
Yeah.
She's already charming the Logic Boys and is, kind of wary of everyone else just because they're weird. And so they're all talking and they're like, okay, Mrs. Carmody really fell short in there. Leprechaun sees this happening and he's like, what can he say to them to get them to switch their vote to Sam?
To Sam.
Because that's what it's going to hinge on. Can
Was
he
Sam
convince those
able to
three?
contribute anything to that challenge?
I don't think so. He's a little boy's body. He's a little child's body with a big ass head.
Yeah. Because
You know.
we don't really ever see him going very fast, except in those scenes with Brian Cox where he's kind of crawling around and stuff.
Yeah. As far as
But he's got to have some strength because he's stringing people up in their front yards and, shoving the lollipops in their mouth. He's got to be able to carry full-grown corpses around.
Yeah. All I'm saying is that's the only way out of here, is Leprechaun convincing the other three, for the sake of chaos, to vote for Sam instead of Mrs. Carmody.
I'm torn.
I know what we want.
I know what we want, and it's
But we gotta come up with a decent argument
right.
that Leppy Boy can make.
Right.
Can he frame Sam for something? Or say that Sam did something that Sam didn't even do to make the others upset enough with him? Because Sam can't talk. To defend
Yeah,
himself.
that's true.
That's always a problem with these characters that can't talk.
That's true.
They're gonna struggle.
Maybe do you think Leprechaun could magic something into Sam's bag?
What were the rules about his magic?
Oh, I can't remember. What did
See,
we
this is why I got you
decide?
the tome.
Yeah. Man, I mean, at this point, I feel like we're just trying.
We are.
To
Because
make
we
it-
want to see Mrs. Carmody
I know.
fall into conflict with the Logic Boys and possibly form a cult. But we did discuss earlier how middle-aged women are often the first ones voted out.
I know. I think it might have to be her.
It might happen again.
Because I feel like we're trying to brute force it at this point.
Yeah.
And I need to be a responsible DM of this game. So I think it's going to have to
It's going to be Mrs. Carmody first one out.
Okay.
That sucks. Trust us. We all wanted to see it, but you know what? I'm sure people want to see John Lovett interact with people too.
We'll have her come back.
Just like Lovett.
Is this going to give Mr. Reed and Hercule some like inflated ego?
Oh, yeah.
100%.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
At least Reed. I don't know really Hercule that much as well to know if he'll get like cocky and annoying,
Yeah.
but Reed for sure.
I got to get my dice. They're over there.
I thought you were going to say diaper.
My diaper.
Oh, no, we're not going to be here that long, hon. Oh, you got to get your dice. Oh, fuck.
I had to get my dice. I didn't have them over here. Okay.
Mrs. Carmody banished from the island.
Joseph from Creep found an immunity idol.
Oh, no.
This is good until merge, and we don't know when that is. So
Okay.
yeah, let me get the little idol thing. Here you go.
Thank you.
Okay. All right.
Does he tell? Who does he tell? Does he tell anyone about it?
Okay, he's a weird guy, but he's a smart guy. I don't know if he's gonna tell anyone. I could see him eventually telling Jupe and using that as more, like the carrot on the stick kind of thing. Like, hey, help me, and maybe
Yeah.
I'll play this on you.
For sure. But he might wait to deploy that until it's necessary.
I don't think
Wants
he's.
to keep the powder dry.
I don't think he's telling him that yet.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Next episode. Oh, this is the next episode. The beginning of that episode, he found the idol.
Nice.
So we'll go into our immunity challenge. We need to accommodate for sit-outs, though. So we need one person from each of the now larger
Do they know what the
tribes.
challenge is first or no?
On Survivor,
I think they do know.
Yeah, they know. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so this is the challenge. One contestant per tribe must swim to a platform in the ocean. These contestants have a rope tied to them with one end left on the mainland, which is held by the rest of their tribe. When they reach the platform, they're going to grab a bag of puzzle pieces. The tribe's going to then pull that person back by the rope that they're attached to, effectively keel hauling them back to the beach.
Is this a real challenge?
Like it is, but I tweaked it because
Okay.
I think the idea of keel hauling someone is like very funny. Once all the puzzle pieces are back, the tribe members will then solve that puzzle.
Okay.
So who is going to sit out for each of these bigger tribes?
Okay.
Is anyone like afraid of swimming?
Yeah, but you only need one person to swim. Because like Leatherface can really pull.
Yeah, I guess
on
like the
that.
more important thing is who can like really pull.
Maybe Sully might sit out.
Okay. Yeah, have Sully sit out and maybe like just flip him over for now so that we remember. And then over here,
Are there any water rules for the Twilight vampires? I assume no.
no, I don't think so. I think they just sparkle.
They sparkle. They're fast.
Running water apparently has traditionally been a thing that vampires is like a weakness.
Yeah, but tradition didn't really matter too much for them.
Nope. He's even fucking vegetarian.
I
And by
think,
that I mean he eats like animals.
I think Dante. Oh.
He doesn't eat people, yeah.
Dante the Great, I think, will take the opportunity to rest.
Okay.
He just seems like someone who would be like,
Doesn't-
you guys take care
I don't feel
of
like
it.
it. You guys are great. You go kill it, guys. I'm gonna take a break. Okay. All right. So who? I'm thinking Grace is gonna end up swimming because you want someone who is gonna be easier to pull.
I was thinking Edward. He's wayfish.
Yeah. God, he's
gonna just be
scary.
fast. Like
He's a
he's gonna
challenge
be
beast.
like Ozzy. He's just
Yeah.
gonna run the
Challenge beast.
So I think
challenges.
Edward is swimming for his team.
Okay.
I think Jupe will volunteer
Okay.
to swim for
Yeah.
his team.
Beverly doesn't want to mess up her hair. I think Sue's gonna volunteer to swim.
For sure.
Yeah. Who do we think's?
And the guys are like, yeah,
Oh yeah, please. Oh, by all means. Yeah, please.
Please, wouldn't want to stand in your way.
And Sam is a child. Okay, so which 2 of 3 tribes are we thinking?
All right. I mean, Edward's gonna do the best. Well, Sue's real good too, but Edward has these like supernatural physical
and
abilities.
again, Pinhead and puzzles.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think maybe this time though, the Logic Boys could catch up on the puzzle.
Because Sue's swimming,
Mm-hmm.
but who's pulling her in? That's the thing, is that team's lacking strength.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. You're right.
You know, you got Hercule, Mr. Reed.
You don't
and
think
then,
Hercule's got like old school, like a
I'm
like
sure he's
turn
fought-
of the century boxer strength?
He can hold his own.
Yeah, but like,
But
if you're comparing
against
to Leatherface
Yeah.
and Annie
And
Will, I
Annie
think
Wilkes.
Annie's probably equivalent to
Yeah.
him. And then you
She's-
add in
she
Leatherface.
can swing those sledgehammers.
But the swimming, I feel like on this tribe too.
From Ricky is a
Yeah,
little, yeah.
Ricky, like Sue, I just feel like is super in shape.
She's going to get there faster, for sure, than
Yeah.
Ricky. But then who can drag her back? I think that's the more difficult part, honestly, because she has, at that point, you have the puzzle pieces and a human body weight. We can say that Sue and Ricky are like close enough.
Sure.
And so they're being dragged back through the water. I think you need a lot of strength there. And I think you have Leatherface and Annie over here. Over there, you've got maybe Hercule, but like you got Leprechaun and Sam. What are they doing?
But if they fall behind there, are they still going to catch up when it gets to the puzzle?
That's the thing. It's real close here. Who's doing the puzzle over here? Because Sully's sitting out. And we
Yeah.
said maybe he could be good at puzzles. We're not sure. Ricky, possibly, but he just swam all that way. He's probably tired. He just got
Annie-
keel hauled.
Annie, maybe?
See, I feel like this tribe is not going to be doing great at the puzzle.
I think they're going to struggle enough on the puzzle that
I think
Hercule and Mr. Reed
yes,
will come back and win it.
I agree.
It'll be one of those nail biters for sure. It'll be
Yeah.
like, oh, what a comeback.
Yeah.
That's how you do it on Survivor.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Mr. Reed will be like, yes.
Yes.
That's right,
That
Jeff.
is how you do it on Survivor.
And then is Annie pissed that she didn't get a That's How You Do It on Survivor?
Oh, absolutely.
She goes on tilt when they get back to camp.
I was your biggest
That was
fan.
supposed
Jeff.
to be me, Jeff.
I've been watching since the first season.
Okay, yeah, so I think Harga is going to go to Tribal.
Okay.
What's going on over here?
What is going on over here, dude? Oh, man.
Are people pissed at Beverly? I could just see this being a challenge where Beverly, no pun intended, like isn't pulling her weight, you know?
I don't know.
You think she's still
I think she's...
she gets down and
Oh, she
Yeah.
gets down and dirty, dude.
yeah.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
I'm focusing too much on the like pristine kind of housewife.
Oh, no, you gotta
imagery of
think. You
it.
gotta think of her flamethrowing
Right,
guys on
right,
stage
right,
and fucking
right.
swinging that leg of lamb with enough force to murder a woman.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she'll get in there. I wonder if they just get rid of Sully. Again, he's older. He's
weird.
He's weird.
And like his biggest advocate is Leatherface, who doesn't really talk.
He's possibly like braiding human hair.
Yeah, he has his like hair rope.
Yeah.
He's walking around in his underwear.
In his tidy whities.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's
just
like
look-
Richard Hatch, just walking around naked. Yeah, I could like my gut says, looking at this group, that Sully is kind of the first boot here. But I don't know, is Joseph I see as someone who is like a Survivor player, and that they are thinking a gajillion steps ahead. Like like modern Survivors, everyone just like so many steps ahead of where they currently are, where they are playing out every possible scenario and planning for that in advance instead of playing week to week, you know? So is Joseph thinking, well, Sully's weird and is kind of gross to be around and no one really likes him. Do I try to take him with me as a meat shield kind of thing?
Yeah. I feel like his target then would be Beverly. He would say, this woman is real smart. She's perceptive. She's strong. And if anyone's going to see me for the weirdo I am, it's going to be her.
Yeah.
She's
like
got a little freak
game
in her,
recognized
too.
game. Yeah.
So I could see Joseph and his ally Jupe talking to Beverly and Annie and being like, okay, we all agree it's going to be Sully, right? Guy's weird. He smells bad. His only ally is Leatherface. But then after that meeting, they go over to Sully and Leatherface and they're like, listen, it's on you. Okay. But if you want, we can turn the table. We can blindside right off the bat for our resume.
Yep. Our Survivor. Yeah, dude. Joseph's always going to be thinking about the Survivor resume.
Yeah.
Yeah. A term that I'm so sick of, but I just know that that's what he's going to care about.
It's not. I don't know what I don't like more: Survivor resume or Survivor bucket list. I think bucket list.
Bucket list is more
worse.
annoying,
Yeah.
I
Bucket
think.
list
Like,
is
I get
worse.
to check that off my Survivor
Resume
bucket
at
list.
least it's about winning.
It's about winning the
It's
game.
like I can bring
Bucket
it up
list
later.
is like,
I'm a fan.
this isn't a theme park. All right? You're here for me to be entertained by. You know what I mean? You're not here to live your little Survivor dream.
We're just burning all our chances to actually get on this show. By which I mean mine.
So, okay. I like this.
Okay.
I like this.
Now, is Beverly going to realize something's up? And if she does, is there anything she can do about it?
That's the thing, is Beverly is also a very astutely aware person. I think
Yeah.
she's good at reading people. I think
She
is.
defended herself in court and succeeded.
Yeah.
She got herself off of multiple counts of murder.
Yeah. I think she's going to know something's going on.
Okay.
Here's what happens, maybe.
Okay.
Do we think she then tries to bounce the vote back onto Joseph? Is Joseph thinking, I predicted this? Is he going to use his idol?
Joseph does think ahead a bunch, but I'm pretty sure at the end of Creep 2, which I haven't watched in a long time, pretty sure he gets killed.
He does, I think.
So, like, he can't see that far ahead.
Right.
It eventually catches up with him.
Yeah, and I do think the, like, thinking so many steps ahead works for him when it's someone who is an easy to predict and easy to manipulate person, which is not the case with Beverly.
No, but she will have to convince Sully and Leatherface to vote for him after he came to them and told them that Sully was on the
And do you
block.
think they're like, okay, bullshit, you know, when she comes over and talks to them?
I think they're going to know that, you know, like, what's in it for them. She's
Right.
trying to get those votes changed to save herself, but she was going to vote for Sully.
Sure.
And Joseph saved Sully by telling him. So I don't think she's going to be able to win them over.
Shit.
Do you think she does the fucking fatal attraction to Jupe somehow? And
Maybe. Also, I forgot people can play Shot in the Dark if they want.
they can?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I think that's what's going to happen.
Okay.
is she's going to know it's on her. She's not going to be able to convince Sully and Leatherface to go against him.
I feel bad that Mrs. Carmody didn't get that chance. But maybe she was like, no, this is what God intended.
And she doesn't want to interfere with God's plan.
Yeah, it's God's plan. God's plan.
Okay. So Beverly knows that the vote is going to be on her. She's going to play her Shot in the Dark. Have we had Shot in the
Got
Dark?
it. I think we did and then forgot.
Okay, so Shot
So
in the
I'm
Dark
making
is
sure we
you have
don't
a
forget.
1 in 6 chance of being safe. And if that's the case, any votes cast on you do not count.
Correct.
So let's say ahead of time.
So they have to vote ahead of time.
Yeah, so who are Beverly and Annie who are presumably still working together at this point, voting on it.
I
They're
guess-
going to vote Joseph still?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Sully. Or no, because they found out Joseph. They think Joseph kind of put this together. So
Yeah,
they'll
so
vote for
they're going to
him.
vote for Joseph. Yeah.
But it would just be one vote. It would just be Annie's vote.
Because that's the other thing. When you play your shot in the dark,
You
give
lose
up
your
vote.
chance to vote.
So
Okay.
Beverly is not
Okay.
voting.
Okay.
She's going to play her shot in the dark.
Right.
Annie will vote for Joseph.
Okay. And we don't think he's going to play his idol. We think he is not
Yeah. No.
seeing
'cause
this coming.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Or does Annie dislike Sully enough to stay her vote on him? I don't know who she would dislike more, Sully or Joseph.
Maybe Sully.
Okay.
Okay.
So she'll stick with the Sully vote.
Okay.
Okay.
If I roll a 6, then she's safe.
Okay. Beverly plays her shot in the dark. Beverly,
Not safe.
not safe. Votes go. It's 4 votes on Beverly,
Yep.
1 on Sully. Beverly, unfortunately, our wonderful serial mom
Wow.
goes home.
2 strong independent women going home first. I don't know how I feel about that. Okay. Our next episode, we're going to go right into our immunity challenge because this is going to be... I'm excited to see how this works out. This is why there's all these tiny little slips of paper over
I see a lot
here.
over there. Yeah.
Okay. This immunity challenge is called Schmergen Brawl. It is the first challenge ever to be banned from Survivor because so many people got injured. But it's not banned on Horror Survivor.
Celebrated on Horror Survivor.
So what we're going to do, we need to have a sit out over on Motor.
We gotta know what the challenge is first.
You got it. Okay. Okay. So 1 player from each team, so 3 total at a time, are going to battle in a walled arena for control over a ball. Anything goes. You can hit, punch, kick. It's like, yeah, it is just like mud wrestling basketball, pretty much. Once a point is made by throwing the ball into a net, you rotate to the next 3 players. Once everyone's played, the team that has scored the most points wins. We can have a tiebreaker round if necessary.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do they know who is going to be going up against each other, or are they just like, we pick this person first? This person?
I think it's I have on here it's going to be random.
Okay.
Who goes up against who?
Okay. All right. So knowing that, we have our Motor team needing to sit someone out. I'm assuming we're going with no 2 sit outs in a row. So
correct.
Dante is ineligible to sit out.
Maybe they have Jack or Grace sit out.
I think Jack.
Okay, have Jack sit out.
Grace will do whatever she needs to.
Okay.
She punched a kid?
Yeah.
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 She punched a kid.
Yes, she did. Our first 3 contestants from each of the tribes, we've got Grace versus
Joseph
versus Mr. Reed from Heretic. Now, here's the twist here. Each player has a 1 in 3 chance of being injured by this infamous challenge. I have a table of injuries that I made.
Oh my God. This was the table.
This is the injury table. There's many injuries, many consequences that can possibly happen. So, first of all, who do we think wins this?
I think Grace.
Yeah. Well, actually, no. Maybe we should roll for injuries first.
Oh, as they occur within the bout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna roll. Okay. So Mr. Reed does get injured.
Do you break his neck?
Did he die?
I rolled a 1. He gets a head injury. It's an instant evac.
Oh no, he's out.
What?
Oh, that's the end of the episode.
I wrote on my table, this can only happen once. Oh my God.
Dude.
I rolled a 1. I don't know what to tell you. I rolled a fucking 1.
What the fuck, dude?
I'm just imagining him like stepping in the mud weird and then like
Oh yeah, that's
just, like hitting his head against the wall. Like he doesn't even like no one
like
even
getting
does
out of
it.
the arena.
Yeah. Like no, yeah. Like he's walking down to like start and then just falls into the wall. Like they haven't even started playing. He just falls and fucking busts his head open.
We potentially have the showdown of the century between Mr. Reed and Mrs. Carmody. And now both of them are gone.
Holy fuck. He's just laying there like fucking Peter Griffin. Like they send in the chopper to fucking evac him. Well,
Jeff's probably like, wonder if he believes in God now.
I mean, that saves us a lot of time.
I guess so.
Dude,
Dude, do you know how much time I spent making this table? Like, this
I
was
can relate.
like at least an hour. Yeah, this is at least an hour of my time making this fucking table and coming up with the consequences and all the odds. And then Mr. Reed just fucking falls and splits his skull open. Oh my God. Do you want to at least know what was on here?
Well, what? We can't use him for the rest of the bouts? I thought it was every bout.
He gets
He
evac.
he's
There's
out.
no
There's no
point.
tribal.
There would be no tribal. There's no point.
That's the end of the episode.
That's
Oh.
it.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Is it saves us a lot of time at least.
Oh my
There's
God.
no
Like-
tribal. Yeah.
I just love the idea. This episode starts with like Schmergenball. It's banned on normal Survivor, but it's not banned here. And they have like a whole montage of like past Schmergenball fights, and it's this whole lead up, and the music's dramatic. And then Mr. Reed in his stupid little sweater just takes like one step into the arena and falls on his face.
And now it's banned again.
It's banned again. Okay, I at least need to read what was on here because, okay, Nat 1 had injury instant evac. I cannot fucking believe that was the first thing I rolled. Holy shit. Sprained ankle, they would have had a limp for 4 episodes. Broken toe would have just been uncomfortable the rest of the season. Tweaked back, they were going to have trouble lifting stuff for 2 episodes. Broken finger, it's minor, but they have 2 fingers taped together now for the rest of the season. Dislocated shoulder, concussion. This is dismissed as feeling fine, but there are side effects the rest of the season. Got fat lip, bruising, landing weird on your leg, so your leg kind of feels unstable for an episode. Yeah, there were a lot. I had like, oh my God. I have so much shit on here that has to do with this. And then Mr. Reed went and just killed it. I literally, what was the guy, the journalist who was like, oh my God, I spent months on this. And then he just tweeted it out. That's how I feel right now.
Oh, man.
Fuck. Okay, well, R.I.P. Mr. Reed. I mean, not R.I.P. Maybe, I don't know, maybe he dies in the hospital. I don't know. It's not our business anymore.
Oh my God. Okay.
Wow. Hercule, I'm so sorry. Your little buddy's gone.
He's real sad.
You know what though? I think Hercule, because remember in A Haunting in Venice, which everyone has seen. I know. It is good though.
It's a fun movie. It's very fun.
He really takes the liking to that little boy in it.
Oh yeah.
He is like a fatherly kind of man.
Mm-hmm.
So I could see him maybe like now with Mr. Reed gone, him maybe taking a liking to Sam, even though Sam doesn't talk much.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, okay, episode 4.
Wow. That's what happens with evacs. They're like, Jeff visits your beach and he's like, hey, I know you were supposed to go tribal, but someone got
And then
sent
everyone
to evac.
cries.
And then everyone's like, oh no. Oh my God, thank God I don't have to go tribal.
This is gonna be a test of reflexes. Who's got the fastest reflexes? So I guess based on that, who's gonna be sitting out from our 2 bigger tribes, which at this point, Motor needs 2 people to sit out, and I almost said Hagar. Harga, the Sammy Hagar tribe, just needs to have 1 person sit out.
It's just reflexes?
Yes.
Sully can't sit out a second time in a row.
Reflexes and catching something.
How are Leatherface's reflexes?
I feel like good, right? He's one of the, he's one of the scarier horror villains to kind of outrun and,
Yeah.
I feel like all of these are pretty good.
Yeah, over on Harga.
Yeah. Maybe do you think Joseph maybe?
Yeah, I was thinking Joseph.
Okay. And then over here,
2 people need to sit out.
maybe Frankenstein.
Frankenstein, if we're talking reflexes, and
Dante can't sit out.
no, he can because
Oh, because Jack.
Jack sat out in the challenge that didn't happen.
Okay, sure.
But
yeah.
Dante's like, technically,
Technically.
it won't be 2 in a row because Jack was going to sit out.
Sorry,
He's playing a Sandra game.
Yeah, yes. Okay, the game that I would want to play on Survivor. I just want to sit out everything. Okay. I just think it's so cool if she did that more than once. Like, that's the coolest shit ever. Okay. 3 opponents are going to compete head to head in a test of reflexes. They're going to stand facing a table that has a mechanism that releases a stick. So the mechanism gets activated. This little stick shoots upwards, and the first person to grab that stick scores a point. If the stick falls and no one catches it, that round
Oh,
is
so being like
voided.
shot straight up into the air and then we'll fall back down?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is from... Oh, shit, I didn't write down which Survivor this is. It's from, like, a not American Survivor.
Well, if you, if since it's Horror Survivor, can they be like really sharpened sticks? And then if you try to reach it too fast, like beforehand, it just shoots straight through your hand? You're like,
I would say yes to that, but that I feel like we would need to think about, okay, we got to remember that person's hand's fucked up,
Okay.
you know?
I'll remember if it comes up.
Okay. It's like I don't have the game pieces for that.
I'll just give me a pencil. Just fucking drill a hole into there.
Okay, so who's our first?
Why'd you say 3 people?
Because it's
Oh, I see.
3 tribes.
But they're doing it 4 times? Because
Yeah.
there's 4 people?
Yeah.
Is it just like a point
It's
each
best of, yeah.
best of 4?
Sure.
I mean, that.
Well, it's most points.
It's
Most
the most
points.
points.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So first up, we're going to have Sam
Okay.
versus,
Annie Wilkes.
okay, versus,
Pinhead.
I think Sam might have this. He's like a little Fortnite kid. You know, he's got, you know what, I feel like little kids are the best
Is he
at.
playing as Hatsune Miku? Is he running around as a fucking Miku, Sam?
It's always like little kids are the best at,
Their reflexes are better. You
You
know,
know?
reflexes go down as your age.
yeah.
I mean, Pinhead, I don't know if age is really affecting him, but
I don't think of him as being like a fast mover though.
mm-hmm.
You know,
Okay. We'll give it to Sam.
I think Sam.
Okay.
Let's give Sam something.
Sure.
We just keep saying he's a little kid. He doesn't do anything.
Yeah. Gotta give the little kid strength and the way little kids are strong.
Yeah.
That's whipping our asses all across Mystic Mosses or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, we've got.
Russell plays Fortnite with me now.
Oh my god.
I'm waiting for some. I will play Fortnite once Jigsaw is in the store. Once Billy's in the store. Really weird.
That's the only one.
That's the one I want the most easily.
I've already spent so much money. So much of our money. I'm sorry, hon. on
I
Fortnite
did think
skins.
about buying Eminem yesterday.
I have, yeah, dude. If you want to do it, because they disappear.
I know.
I have Slim Shady.
I
So
know.
there are variants on him too. Slim Shady's the best one.
Isn't there a
AKA not the
superhero?
real Slim Shady.
Yeah. What?
Isn't the superhero outfit in there too?
Oh, he does
From
have
the-
like yeah. Detroit
I should have done
represent.
it. Okay.
Jack Delroy
Versus Hercule.
versus Ricky Juke Park.
Ooh.
Who is it? We got Ricky versus who?
Jack.
Versus Jack. We've got
Three
three
just regular
mortals.
guys. 3 regular ass dudes. Reflexes.
Reflexes. That's interesting. I don't know.
Jupe does kind of just stand there for a while when shit goes down at the show, you know.
I feel like Jupe is more physical than Jack. He's on
Yeah.
he's on like a ranch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's more than being in a studio. Then who else? Hercule.
Hercule.
He's like a logic guy.
Yeah, but he does kind of like get into it when he has to.
Yeah, like did he fight in World War One? When do those stories take place?
I think they're
Hercule.
1800s.
I don't think they are. I think they're more they're like more modern
Is it-
than
is it
than
20th
Sherlock.
century?
Yeah. I don't know. I might just fucking flip for this.
Go ahead.
Okay. Okay, if it's a 1 or 2, it's Hercule. If it's a...
Oh, it is the 20s. Yeah.
Yeah. If it's a 3 or 4, it's Jack. If it's a 5 or 6, it's Ricky. The 1.
Hercule.
Hercule.
Takes it.
Okay. Well,
This could be a big comeback
it
for...
could be. Okay, let's see. Who's our final...
Final. We got 2 more, don't we?
Yeah, or possibly final if Lamia wins this one.
Oh, because they've already won.
They've won
I
2.
see. Yeah.
Right.
So it wouldn't even matter.
We've got Sue versus...
Ooh, Sue's gonna be hard to beat. Edward Cullen.
Edward wins.
Edward wins.
That's it.
It truly does not even matter.
Nope. You got to
Right.
pick someone to lose to Edward.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because we do have to pick like who doesn't go in the next one. So Leatherface.
Yeah.
Okay.
So our last one is gonna just be a process of elimination. It's Leprechaun versus
Grace versus Sully.
Grace?
or Leprechaun. He's magic. You don't think he just sleight of hands it out of the air?
Maybe. You know what I'll say? I bet he says something right before it happens to distract the other two.
Like what?
I'll prove that I'm quick as I grab the stick. And they'll be like, what the fuck did you just say? And they'll grab it.
Yeah, and they didn't even realize it launched already.
Yeah.
I like it.
Okay.
Okay. Wow. Good. You know what, Tribe? You're not good at much, but you're good at catching sticks in the air. I'm so proud of you.
Stick, tribe, stick, tribe, stick, tribe.
This
That's
could
what they
be
say
a
at
good
WWE.
bonding moment too. I think they needed this.
Well, yeah, now they got rid of, the two who are butting heads the most, Mr. Reed and Mrs. Carmody.
Yeah.
So now they can be like, okay, guys, now that whole thing is over,
Yeah.
maybe we can just coexist. Sue
Maybe
and
they're all like, "Are we a dream blunt rotation? Look at us."
Sue, Hercule, Sam, and Leprechaun. Maybe.
You know what? I would.
Listen,
That could be fun.
I ain't going home
I mean,
at the
we
end
know
of that party.
it's canon that Leprechaun.
Yeah, oh
smokes.
no, Leprechaun he's the one who brought it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Jeff is like, "Hey guys, I don't know where you got that, but it's not allowed. Pack it up." All right.
But who between the two losing team goes to tribal?
It would be Harga because Edward won one.
Yeah.
Oh, so yeah, Motor came in second technically. Yeah. So Harga goes to tribal. Harga, we've got Annie Wilkes, Sully, Leatherface, Jupe, and Joseph.
Oh boy. Okay.
Are the alliances staying strong right now? Are Sully and Leatherface still tight?
I
don't see any reason why they wouldn't be.
Yeah.
Leatherface isn't one who's going to turn his back on anyone, and Sully, why would he get rid of a loyal ally?
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
feels like a pretty cut and dry, oh, Annie voted for Sully. You put my name out there, so we're going to come for you now because you are, in opposition.
I feel like it's pretty quick, yeah.
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 I think so.
Okay. So all the boys vote out Annie. Damn, the women are dropping like flies.
I know. It's bad.
It's
a
bad.
It's a bad look for Horror Survivor. The only way a man's gone home is he had to crack his fucking head open. Okay. All right. Episode 5.
You know what? It is fucking 2024. It's the backlash year.
Yeah, that's right. Yes. Yes, the cultural backlash has even reached Horror Survivor.
Survivor is often a reflection of society, man.
Hey, I want to talk to you about our sponsor this week, Rocket Money. It's the new year, and one of my goals is to pay more attention to how my life is organized. I'm very bad about clutter. Stuff on my desk, clothes on the floor, subscriptions I've forgotten about. The start of a new year is the perfect time to get organized, set goals, and prioritize what matters most. Rocket Money makes that so easy. With Rocket Money, I don't have to remember every subscription or worry about forgetting any because I can see them all laid out right in front of me. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that helps find and cancel your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps lower your bills so you can grow your savings. You can easily create a dashboard with a personalized budget to help keep your spending on track. Get alerts if bills go up in price, if there's unusual spending activity, or you're about to go over budget. There's even a new goals feature that'll automatically save money for you, so you don't even have to think about it. Rocket Money has over 5 million users and has saved a total of $500 million in canceled subscriptions, saving members up to $740 a year when using all the app's premium features. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions and reach your financial goals faster with Rocket Money. Go to rocketmoney.com/deadmeat today. That's rocketmoney.com/deadmeat. rocketmoney.com/deadmeat. Okay, episode 5. We're
All right.
going to our immunity challenge. Who do we have sitting out?
We gotta know the challenge first.
I keep forgetting. I'm sorry. I keep wanting to surprise everybody. Okay. Each tribe is going to push a giant boulder through an obstacle course to a large platform waiting for them at the end. They have to get each member of their tribe up and over the boulder and onto the platform to win. So it's pushing this giant
It's coordination.
thing.
Like,
Yes.
oh, left,
this is
right.
teamwork. Yes.
This is a good challenge. I like this one.
Yeah.
And then it's the physicality
Of getting
up over the
everyone
boulder.
up and over and strategizing how you get everyone up and over.
So the crazy thing is, oh no, it's not. Okay, it is 4 people. I thought it was gonna be 3
it's going to
people
be
doing it.
4. So
Boulder.
2 people need to sit out.
Boulder?
A boulder?
Is that the tribe?
Motor.
Boulder's
I
what
thought I
they're
was
pushing.
like, yes, it is a boulder.
It is a boulder.
The challenge.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
2 people from Motor
From
have to sit out.
Motor.
Can't be Dante.
Can't be done.
Can't be Frankenstein.
It's never going to be Edward.
It's never going to be Edward.
Okay. Jack.
They've got to be getting pretty nervous about Edward at this point because we're a few episodes in and like
the other tribe.
Motor is everybody's good. They're the Kumbaya tribe because they haven't lost.
No, but
So
they know that they're like, hey, if we lose,
it's got to be
Edward's going to be a problem down the line
Mm-hmm.
when it gets to individual immunities.
Oh,
He's going to clean
Oh,
house.
if he loses one, he's out.
I am a little concerned.
Yes.
He's going to be a Megan type figure when we reach merch.
But he doesn't necessarily have the same intellectual, like, super abilities.
He does
that
have
Megan
emotions
has.
and feelings. He can be manipulated.
Yes. Megan is like a processing
Right.
robot who does have toes and is able to withstand water. The manual says it. Also, we have a life-size Megan now. She
We
came
do.
in the mail.
Got it in
I
the
scared
mail.
the fuck out of
Scared the
Crystal.
shit out of me. Oh my God.
I never scare them.
He
with
never
this
does
stuff.
it.
So this was my one.
One of our friends, Tiffany, also got one, and I want to have her bring her Megan over so we can like
For a play
we
date?
can like dress them up and stuff.
I sat this Megan down. She is like, her knees can bend. everything can-
Articulatable.
It's all, yeah,
Yeah, she's
yeah.
fully articulate. So I sat her down in the chair facing the door because Greslin's wife were gone. And then I was playing Fortnite and Chelsea's like, hey, Gressels are home. She heard the car pull up. So I just take one ear off the headphone and then I just wait for it. And I hear, fucking shit!
She is
so
scary.
fucking scared.
I've gotten like used to her hanging out now, but she's just so person shaped
Yes.
and
She is-
sized.
she is.
It's
And
Full
it's
size.
the colors too.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Like that beige. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
when she
fucking
pops up in a
terrifying.
different place, it catches me by surprise too.
Yeah.
And I put her there.
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't think we have to worry about Edward breaking the game like that. But yeah, we'll see. Jack's sitting out and either Grace or Pinhead.
Pinhead. I wonder.
There's no puzzle here.
There's no puzzle. I wonder if they have him sit out because I'm thinking about the like people getting up and over that boulder. Often people are like using each other as steps
yeah.
or like
They're,
using their heads. You know, it's
Yeah,
like
no
no
one
one
wants
wants
to
to,
step
on those pins.
accidentally.
No one
yeah.
needs to get
so I
pinned.
think
Okay.
that's yeah. Fair.
Okay. All right. So they're pushing this boulder. It's communication. Leprechaun and Sam.
Oh, Leprechaun.
And getting over that boulder, up and over that boulder, like they're gonna have to be like pulled up.
and like
And it's Sue, who's very physical but not like big.
yeah,
No.
she's
Small.
Yeah,
She's
and
endurance. It's all aerobics.
Yeah, it is all aerobic. She's not doing
Hercule
straight
just
strength
picking
training.
up Leprechaun and just throwing him over.
Yeah, like I think this
I
is
just imagine he has like wartime strength. Am I crazy?
he
No, I
might,
get
but
it.
like he's a regular guy. And when you have
But I just think like, because maybe I'm just thinking too much of the fucking like Robert Downey Jr. Sherlock movies where I'm like, no, he's buff. I don't know if I'm just making shit up at this point.
But here, like Frankenstein, when they get through the boulder at the end,
Oh,
he's just
yeah,
the
he's
base
just
that they're
lifting them.
climbing
Oh, yeah.
up on top
Yeah.
of.
He's
And then-
basically stairs. You know?
He's even got a flat top.
yeah.
And then Edward gets up there first and just pulls the others up.
So
Yeah,
they're
they win,
easily
yeah.
they
They're
win. They're
easily
safe.
good,
So
yeah.
okay, what about over here?
Sully, Leatherface, Jupe, and Joseph. I think
they're
they're
second.
I think
yeah.
I agree. Okay,
Yeah.
I think
Damn.
Lamia's gonna go to
Lamia
It
trial.
has three
Tribe.
tribes. It's a failed tribe.
they're close
They're
to
not-
a
yeah,
fail.
they're
That's
not
true. No, it's
fair.
more
Wait.
even. It's more
Yeah,
even.
yeah.
Yeah.
Not quite a failed tribe.
Although to be fair, well,
They lost one from an injury, so it's unfair.
I
Unfair.
really wanted to see how that challenge played
Yeah,
out. But
yeah.
We'll never know.
Yeah.
Okay, so their brief moment of camaraderie and feeling good because of their win now falls apart as they have to determine who goes home next. Sam, Sue, Hercule, and Leprechaun. Do they just take
I
out
think it's
Leprechaun?
Leprechaun's time.
Because what are they thinking? Because it's a few episodes in. Everyone's got to be thinking about merge at least.
Yes, they're
Are
like,
they-
we're getting close.
Is
to
anyone
merge.
here thinking like, all right, yes, maybe that Leprechaun's the physical weak link here, but is he annoying enough to take with us and will take some of the heat off of us?
Maybe.
I don't know.
Because Hercule is going to be like master of puzzles. Sue, pretty physical and charming. Is she a jury threat because of how charming she is? Do we vote off another woman?
No, we can't. Oh no.
How
I don't
how
think-
close are we getting to when she needs to change?
Oh,
Let me double check. We're close.
Is she thinking like, "Ooh, I need to," is she worried about that at all? Is she like, "I need to make sure that I take advantage of this while I can to stay in."
Yeah.
So is she suddenly active at camp to try to get out Lep?
Yeah. I mean, I could see it being Leprechaun at this point.
Leprechaun is the most obvious choice.
Yeah.
Because Hercule, as we said, is taking a liking to Sam.
Yeah, I just don't think you're splitting up Hercule and Sam. So it's Leprechaun and Sue making their cases.
But Sue has like worked with Hercule in the past.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know how much of a, how interested in pleasures of the flesh Hercule is, but if he's picking between the two to look at, there's
Right.
an obvious choice
Right.
between Leprechaun and Sue. And Leprechaun is also just annoying personally.
Realizing how much I don't know about Hercule Poirot.
I know. I'm like,
I put him in here. It's like, oh, he'll be funny mustache man. And now I'm like, wait, shit. I wish I knew more about this character's backstory. I'm sure there's some people
Someone's
yelling
like, "You're
at
getting
us.
him all
He's all,
wrong."
you got him all wrong. Yeah. I feel like it's
let's go with the Leprechaun.
It's Leprechaun. Okay. Goodbye, Leprechaun.
Was he first boot in his first appearance?
I think he was. I might have that written down here. I don't have it written down here, but I think he was, if not one of the first, just
Okay.
because he's so annoying. Next episode 6, it's merge time.
Wow, they made it.
They made it. Yeah, we're merging way earlier than
Yeah, this
normal.
is 13 people.
Yeah,
What?
because of the 3 tribe structure.
Okay.
Because I had to think, all right, let's say we do have a failed tribe. They go to tribal every single episode. I have to accommodate for that. And so the merge has to happen really early.
Okay.
The season where with Stephanie, I forget which season that was, where she ends up being a one-woman
One-person
tribe.
tribe,
They
yeah.
also merged on episode 6.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's why I was a little nervous about this this episode, because the numbers are different.
Yeah.
So,
All right. So they're all getting on the same beach now.
They're all on the
Drop
same
your buffs.
beach.
Here's what's the new tribe name?
Carcosa.
Carcosa.
Yeah.
What's that from?
It was first coined by Ambrose Bierce. It's like a fictional city, but most people, myself included, associate it with True Detective.
True Detective season 1.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The Yellow King in Carcosa.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. I just think it's neat.
You got you got True Blood and Edward Cullen in here. You're hitting a certain demo that I am not a part of.
True Detective.
True Blood. True Detective?
That's what it's from.
True Detective, yeah.
Oh. Okay.
But it's also still like South.
Yeah.
You know, the Southern.
It's Southern
kinda-
Gothic. Yeah.
True Detective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was part of that demo
Yes.
for first season.
Yeah. Oh, I see. Like stuff you.
I thought it was True Blood.
Oh,
was what
okay.
my
Like
head
vampire
heard.
stuff you haven't watched.
Just, yeah. I wasn't watching that shit. That was like 2010's Vampire.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was good when it was good.
All right. So what? They're on the new beach. They're meeting each other. They're talking.
Yeah.
All right. Who's linking up? Who's talking?
Oh,
The
boy.
only two
There's
women.
So many.
The only two women
God.
in this
Dude,
game.
let me just apologize. This and the Rumble, total sausage fest.
Oh yeah, Rumble only had 8 women, I think.
And at one point, it was just a stretch of like, it's just all dudes in that ring. Yeah. Well,
Sue and Grace are the only women here.
okay. I mean, I feel like they're gonna.
They're going to be drawn to each other.
Yes, yeah.
You know, it's just what you do. You're like, oh, that person knows my life experience.
Right.
I'm gonna be drawn to you. We got Jack Delroy, Dante the Great, Pinhead, Frankenstein's monster, Edward Cullen, Hercule Poirot, Joseph from Creep with an Idol, or is that
It's Void. He didn't use it.
he didn't use it?
Yep.
All right. It only lasted until merge. Sam, Jupe, Sully, and Leatherface. Oh boy, a lot of people.
Yeah. Let's just maybe pick out some obvious alliances. We don't need to figure out.
Every relationship.
Yeah, because we'll be here forever.
You think Edward is still endearing himself with Grace and now Sue? You think?
I think so. He's gonna be a girls guy.
Yeah.
Girls guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sue probably.
He feels like a safe person. I think. Yeah.
Sue's probably into him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Let's see. There's.
I could also, you know what? Hercule and Edward Cullen, I could see getting along.
Oh yeah,
because-
they would have like lived through
Yes,
the same
they
era.
lived through the Great War, dude.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. So they might be able to chat about that. Mm-hmm. Joseph and Jupe, are they picking up anyone? Are they could they maybe with
God, Sully's still here.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Would Jupe and Jack have shared television experience?
Oh, good call.
You know what? Yeah.
The hardships of ratings. And
Yeah.
being on
Yeah.
TV and
I
you know,
could see
that
them.
A
experience.
studio
Yeah.
audience.
Uh-huh.
Dante jealous.
Yes, he hasn't had the
Dude,
that
and
level
now
of
Joseph
success.
is like, I see an opening here. Dante, you're my new little protege.
You think so?
Dude, Dante's so easy to manipulate.
But by someone like Joseph, Dante, I think, needs to be wowed and awed.
That's
And
true.
Joseph's just like a weird
yeah,
guy.
that's true. That's
I don't think
true, that's
Dante's going to
true.
give him the time of day.
That's
Dante
true.
is going to be more attracted to, like we said, Pinhead.
Okay.
And that's about it. Dante might be looking down on like Leatherface and Sully and Frankenstein's monster. He
Yeah,
might
they're
be.
weird.
They're weirdos.
They're weird.
And they might like Frankenstein might
Frankenstein and Leatherface, the cutest little duo, I think.
and then Sam maybe
I think so.
or that is that little band of misfits
I kind of like it, yeah.
gonna be drawn towards each other. Leatherface, Frankenstein, and Sam. And
Yeah.
then you got
And then Sully might just be kind of
You gonna say
on.
father figure with it, or no?
No, I was
he's
gonna say
talking
on the
Leatherface.
outs. Yeah.
So is Leatherface gonna bring him
Yeah.
into the because like I don't think Frankenstein or Sam are gonna like pick up on Sully's weird social things. They're just gonna be like, "Arr."
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. I don't see them being super excited about him, but you know, he's there. He's the fourth guy.
He's not gonna be trying to eat them. Frankenstein's flesh is dead, and Sam, he's
not a human.
yeah,
He's
a
a
pumpkin.
He's a pumpkin boy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sully doesn't eat pumpkins.
No. Not that we know of.
I feel like Sully's shaping up to be like the guy from Survivor Amazon who burned down the camp.
Oh my God. Yes. Yes. Fuck, who was that?
Was it Bruce? Was his name Bruce? He had the like believe in yourself banner or whatever that
Oh my
burned
God,
down.
That's right. The shot of that on fire.
I will say that right now with how we've shaken things out, Pinhead's only ally is Dante, and he's not going to be happy about that. He's
No.
going to know that his one ally is a loser.
Yeah. Like he's very aware.
Yes.
Do we? I could see Pinhead. Well, no, Pinhead was kind of aligned with Jack. Do we think Pinhead could also try and get in with Ricky and Joseph?
I think
Because
of all
those are
these-
men who have desires, you know?
Oh, that's true.
Ooh, yeah, good
They
point.
want something.
Good point.
Yeah, would he jump ship? Okay, I think that's possible. I think Pinhead, out of everyone, is kind of the one who is most mobile as far as alliances go.
Yeah,
he could
yeah,
kind of
for
ingratiate
sure.
himself with everyone. I could see him like Sue is someone who wants stuff, you know?
That's true, especially once she.
If Sue becomes
transforms.
Elizabeth.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Great. So, our immunity challenge, at least now we don't have to accommodate for sit outs and teams and
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Okay. So, castaways are going to race out to a series of stations with a certain number of objects at each station. We've done this one before. When they're going to count the objects at each station and then. Or no, they're going to count the objects at the thing they run out to, run back to their station, and use those numbers to open a series of combination locks. The first person to finish wins. So basically, fast runners and good memory is going to be...
Can anyone beat Edward?
See, I'm worried about this.
I don't think so.
I'm really... Yeah. Like, he's... I mean, the canon is that him and his vampire family run so fast that they break the sound barrier. That's why they have to play baseball during the thunderstorm.
Yeah, I mean, and I feel like he like a basic memory thing. He's smart enough to do that. How many times has he been to high school?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
He's learned all the mnemonics.
Yeah.
He's got it all. Through all the eras.
Dude, his mind palace is crazy in there. It's gotta be Edward.
Okay.
Guys, Edward Cullen cannot win Horror Survivor.
The show will be canceled.
I'm being fully open here and like meta, but I just know that you as my viewing audience would not respect me. You would not respect this show.
It'd be like if Fred Durst won the Rumble.
Anyone who doesn't watch the podcast and just watches the kill count and like hates me for some reason would be like, yeah, she would have Edward Cullen win. Or like, oh, that's what that podcast is. I'm just saying, I'm panicking a little bit right now.
He'll trip up.
My reputation is at stake.
He'll trip up somehow.
They always do. The challenge beasts always do. They
Unless
always
they're
make a
Megan.
mistake.
Unless they're Megan.
Unless they're Megan.
Fuck, man. Okay, so Edward is immune.
Yes.
Who's going home?
Who boy? Who do people want to get out? At this point, they are thinking about who's going to win,
Right.
who's going to do really well.
Like, who's a threat? Because now that's what we got to start thinking about.
Obviously, Edward's a threat, but he's immune.
He's immune.
Sue is maybe a threat. She's charming.
Yep.
Yeah, but I think it's early for people to play a like social get rid of a social game person. Like this is post merge. You're still kind of dealing with the politics of pre merge.
Yeah, that, and do we think the kind of big alliances are thinking more like picking off the other alliances versus the bigger
Turning in
picture?
on their own.
Yeah.
Because, so I guess Edward's alliance is going to have some strength because he's immune.
Right.
So, and that's a 4-person alliance as we have it down.
Would the Hargas and Lamos try to take out a motor?
That made me feel like I was dissociating. That didn't sound like English.
Would the Hargas and the Lamos try to take out a motor? Hey, Gressel, are you okay, dude?
Scratching post. Boulder.
I did. That was me.
That's right. We should think of tribal lines
Yes.
because there's always that, you know. I feel like, yeah, Boulder walking in with 6. I think the others are going to be a
You
little.
mean Motor?
Motorhead's walking in with 6.
Yeah.
I think the other 2 tribes are going to be a little wary of that. They're like, why pick each other off if we let a motor?
Yeah, I think
let
they're all
them
freaked
stay
out by
strong.
how many of them there are.
So who's the easiest motor to pick off?
Well, I think Sue and Hercule are basically like, hey, we'll kind of team up with you
Yeah.
motor guys, and we'll get, someone from...
Oh, you think that?
Because, yeah, Sue and Hercule are hanging out with Grace and Edward, and they were from Motor.
So are they like, who have you wanted to get, but you haven't had a chance to?
Oh, that's good. I mean,
Like-
it's going to
like-
be Pinhead or Dante.
Yeah, like
Probably Dante.
You think?
I think nobody really likes him.
Yeah.
yeah. Pinhead hasn't really made a mistake yet, so maybe.
But do you think Motor's going to be like... I don't think Motor is tight enough to be like, let's all Motor 6, Motor
No.
Strong.
No.
Motor City.
Yeah, the Motor City 6, guys, we got this. Okay. I feel like, yeah, Sue and Hercule can be like, yeah, who do you want to get rid of? Who don't you like? Because so I guess Dante?
I guess Dante.
So it'd be what? Okay, so the 4 of them, or I guess, Team Hot, Team Young and Hot,
Team Hot.
and Hercule.
And Hercule.
Hey, that mustache.
yeah.
If we're talking Branagh,
They're gunning for Dante. Team Desperate Boys over there, Jack, Joseph, and Jupe. Maybe they get wind of this plan and they tell Pinhead, they're like, hey,
Yeah.
you gotta cut loose and join us, And Pinhead's like, yes, I agree, he is
Dead
quite
weight.
an embarrassment.
Yeah.
I just love imagining Pinhead sitting around eating rice out of a coconut.
Yeah.
yeah, like
Leather skirt in the
over,
way,
yeah.
And then there's Team Misfits, Sully, Leatherface, Frankenstein, and Sam. I don't know if they have much say in anything or if
No, I don't even think that matters at this point.
Okay.
I feel like it's got to be Dante.
All right. I guess everyone votes Dante.
Next episode,
She's getting the dice.
I'm getting the dice. Okay, nothing happens. Don't worry about it. Oh, this
The
is
hurricane avoided Fiji in its path.
it just did a complete 180-degree turn.
Mr. Reed's concussion didn't kill him in the hospital.
Oh, he lived. He's fine. Sorry, this new-ish, this like tweaked episode format is like really throwing me off. Oh, okay. Yeah, I gotta roll again. Are you kidding me? Is he still here?
Who?
Joseph found another immunity item.
Oh my God! Really?
That is kind of funny that he is finding idols.
Yeah, like he's off just being weird
Just
and
being
looking through the rainforest.
I also think it's funny imagining that like he takes Jupe with him and he can't find an idol.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, Jupe can't.
Yeah, like Jupe keeps not finding idols, and then the confessional of like him not finding an idol and being
He's like almost crying.
it was right there and I just didn't see. Like,
Yeah. Okay, so Jupe knows that Joseph got
You
it.
think he tells him?
I think he's there when he finds it.
Oh, sure. Okay. And this is good until there's 4 players left. I'm not
Okay.
going to let him just immunity idol his way into the final. God forbid.
Okay.
Okay. So, our immunity challenge. And by the way, this is the last day Sue can be Sue without
Oh, wow.
without consequences.
That lasted a long time.
It did. I mean, 7 days.
Oh.
Yeah. castaways are going to hold a ball on a disc by a handle, and they balance it as they make their way across a series of obstacles. So like balance beams, inclines, steps. It's like, who can balance a ball the best? Is probably fucking Edward Cullen.
I don't know. Is it like...
What if this is Frankenstein?
No, he doesn't do the arm thing.
He doesn't do the arm
He's got
thing.
conkers. He's
Yeah.
No, he's not that coordinated.
Well, then how is it not Edward?
How is it not Edward? You gotta be Pinhead. What? I can't imagine Pinhead doing stuff. You know, I feel like he's in every
He has
movie.
poise.
He's standing there and is talking. Like, when is he actually doing anything?
Probably in those later ones that we haven't seen.
Dude, probably. There's probably some weird. I bet he's driving around little cars.
Step on it, Chatterer.
That's his little car horn.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's the fucking. What's that show with the cars and the brothers?
Car talk?
No, not Car Talk.
Dukes of Hazzard.
Dukes of Hazzard. That's
Car Talk. Click and clack.
Click and Clack would never drive a car with the Confederate flag on it. Okay. I mean,
Fine, it's Edward.
it's Edward. It's gotta be Edward. This is a problem.
All
I
right.
think I made a bad decision. I think casting fucked up again.
All right, Edward's immune.
Yeah.
So we have kind of like three groupings here. Does Joseph want to make a name for himself?
Want to make a name for himself. Yeah. Right? He's gonna be all about that Survivor resume.
Yeah.
But that's all he's talking about in his confessionals, to like a creepy degree.
Yeah.
You know, where he's
So does he
fixated.
want to tell his allies, which include Jupe, Jack Delroy, and Pinhead, who I feel like he could bring in Jack and Pinhead by being like, look, I have an immunity idol. I found it. I'm letting you guys know as a way of opening trust. Now we have a relationship. Okay? And he's getting all like touchy with them. He's like, now we're brothers because we shared this moment. And I'm so happy that we could be together to share this.
Yeah.
With that, could that group maybe connive to have the votes of everyone else go on to Joseph, and then for him to play his immunity idol, and they get to pick who goes home?
I like it.
Because I'm sure Team Hot Mustache is gonna be okay with voting for Joseph. He's kind of a weird guy.
He's weird, yeah.
He like gets naked to go into the ocean.
Yeah. Him and Sully. Just walking around naked. Yeah, I like that.
So maybe they could have Pinhead go to Team Hot Mustache.
Yeah, because like you're gonna listen to Pinhead.
It's like, I believe that we should get out Joseph, the creep.
He's weird. I find that you'll agree.
And then I don't know what to do with Team Misfit.
Team Misfit is just hanging out. I also do not really know what to do with them.
They seem a little aimless. I don't know if
Are they all just kind of goats?
I don't know if Leather or Frank are gonna take any initiative on strategizing who to vote out. Sam can't talk,
Leatherface can't talk.
and Sully is like the one who might be the most strategic out of them.
No, I mean,
Yeah, he
Sully
is.
is like a smart character. I think
Yeah.
we've maybe been underplaying that a little bit. Like, he's very conniving and
He is, yeah, and
Does he? Well, if he's out walking around naked in the ocean, is he out walking around naked in the ocean with Joseph? And do they start to kind of like form a little creep alliance?
they
I
are
could see
both
those two
creeps,
being
dude. They are
kindred spirits.
Yeah. They both think that they can manipulate the other one.
Yeah. So maybe since Edward is immune, they decide. Well, then in that case, does Joseph even have to play his immunity idol? If he
No,
can
they
get-
would have the numbers then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think they pitched that plan initially, and then they're like, wait a minute, you know what? Me and Sully have been spending a lot of time hanging dong in the ocean together.
Yeah.
And I think that we can do this without me even losing my immunity idol. Edward's immune because he won the challenge, but I'm assuming his closest ally is Grace, who's been with him since Motor. So if you can't take out Edward, you can at least take out his strongest ally. Does team Desperate Boys and Team Misfit
I hate it, but I do think it makes sense.
vote for Grace as Team Hot Mustache votes for Joseph?
Just like Sully and Joseph just sitting there watching their tidy whities air dry in the sun, being like, how can we really make it worse around here? How can we really fuck this up for everyone? And
Sully's
it's
like-
eliminating one of, like, objectively maybe the most likable person.
Sully's like, I tried to be nice to her, but she gave me the cold shoulder, that bitch.
Yeah, I told her she had beautiful hair.
Oh, man. I think that's what happens.
Fuck. Oh my god.
Oh, that's gonna
This is
piss
the
off
most
Edward.
sexist season of Horror Survivor. And you know what? I think because this is such a
No, first member
Oh, no,
of
she's
jury.
First member of the jury.
I think because this season is clearly has some misogynist undertones accidentally. They all have to be trying to get rid of Edward Cullen. Cause dudes hate Edward Cullen.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, they are. Everyone is gunning for Edward, but I feel like with Grace gone, Edward is going to be like, I have to win everything or I'm dead. Like he knows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we think there's anyone left who could convince Edward, like in a weird roundabout way, to throw a challenge because it would make him a more enticing winner pick?
No.
He's not. You don't think?
No.
Edward's
He
too
knows
smart.
what's
He
going
knows
on.
what's up.
I'm just. Okay.
I know. There's always fire
I'm
making.
just stressed. That's
You know?
true.
Yeah, but you're gonna put Frankenstein
I know,
in fire
but
making.
I know, but he's gonna
Everyone knows.
sitting next to
Everybody's got in the back of
Frankenstein.
their head. I'm keeping Frankenstein around to put in fire.
Oh man, Jeff, like, no, fire, good. Fire is your life. All right, I gotta roll something again.
Yeah, and Edward could always get a concussion and have to leave.
Okay,
I don't know if he can.
nothing happens.
No, he's gotta.
Dude, no, he's like,
Well, then don't cast it.
I just thought it would be funny, okay?
He could lose a hand in some freak accident.
What?
He could go swimming and a shark could bite his hand off. The vampire
Is that
power
on your
doesn't
tables?
preclude that.
I mean, oh wait, this was the last day for Sue. Is she changing or no? Sue.
Oh, well, now she's down. She's in the bottom.
Yeah.
Does she think maybe I have a better chance as Elizabeth? Like, would Elizabeth be better off than Sue now? Maybe not, but throwing that out there.
I mean, they're both fit,
Yeah, they're both
attractive
fit. Yeah,
women.
yeah.
yeah.
But I guess Elizabeth would be less of an outward threat compared to Sue. Just because Sue is just has this natural charm.
Yeah.
And Elizabeth maybe used to, but now is a little bit more in her head.
Sure.
And has a little bit more desperation about her.
self-conscious,
Yeah, self-consciousness.
Wow, do we think Sue's just gonna choose to switch?
Maybe in this
It
very
kind of
specific
makes
circumstance.
sense. Yeah. All right. Flip her around. Wow. Good job, Sue. You're not going to have your limbs get all gangrenous and have your nails fall off and shit. There was a whole list of things that were going to happen depending on how many days she pushed it. But okay. Great. Good for her. Making good choices. Okay, so this immunity challenge, contestants are going to stand on top of a perch over the water. They're going to toss a bucket from that perch that's tied to a rope off of the perch into the ocean, and they're going to collect water, which they then pour into a bamboo chute that's right next to their perch, which causes a flag inside of the chute to rise to the top as it fills with water. The first person to grab their flag wins.
Just bringing up buckets of water?
Yeah, you're just pulling up buckets of water, pouring them into this little chute
Okay.
and filling it.
Okay.
So, who it's going to be balanced too because you're on a perch that's kind of high up. Someone's just got to try and sabotage Edward Cullen.
I feel like Elizabeth has a chance at this challenge.
Do you think?
Maybe.
It's because of her glutes and abs. Just like she's going to have good core control.
Would Frankenstein or Leatherface?
I worry that
are they
going
to be stronger? They're not going to be stronger than Edward, though.
Yeah, but like they're strong, but I feel like their balance is not going to be.
Leatherface is very rollicking, I feel.
Oh, you're right.
You know?
Yeah, he'll fall. And it'll be funny.
Pinhead will be good at this too. I just feel like he does. Like you said, he's got that poise. Maybe he just has really good balance.
But can any of them beat Edward?
No, I don't think so in this one.
Okay,
are you
I'm
doing?
going to Google Edward Cullen weaknesses on Google.
Yeah, let's do it.
And we're just going to see what the AI tells us. Because
Yeah,
that's what
okay,
Google
we're just going to go with Google AI.
That's what Google results are now. Edward Cullen, it's going to be like his wife. Weaknesses.
Inability to digest food and sleep.
Wait. What?
What's the AI say, honey?
The AI says weaknesses. A vampire's blood is highly flammable. Fire can negate their regeneration by burning their insides. What? I do not remember that
I
from.
do not remember that.
And even if it's wrong, the AI is telling
That
us that it is so.
What the? I mean, it says that on another website too. I'm scrolling down. This is not something I remember from the one book that I read, but okay.
When I Google Edward Cullen weaknesses, my Google AI is telling me that he has a tendency to overreact and overanalyze situations, especially when Bella's safety is at risk.
Yeah, his wife is a weakness. But okay. Flammable vampire blood is interesting.
Doesn't come into play here, though.
It doesn't, no. So he's got to win. I mean, if we're being honest with ourselves, and if we're being honest to the integrity of this game, it's going to be Edward. So who goes home?
Do they just pick at his alliance
Is
still?
this Hercule
Or Elizabeth?
or Elizabeth? Does Elizabeth make a play to ingratiate herself to anybody there?
See, I'm thinking they're like, okay, they've got to know that Elizabeth, technically it's the same person.
They are one.
Because they're one. But I wonder if they're thinking it almost feels like a new person to try and, form some kind of relationship with.
She could at least use that to like...
Yeah. So do they try and just get rid of Hercule?
I guess. Because, everyone wants Edward out.
Everyone wants Edward out. Yes,
and
correct.
I don't know if anyone comes close to him enough to where they're like, well, we can't get Edward out so we can get this other major threat out. I don't think anyone else is reaching that level. So I think they're just going to pick off his allies, right?
I think so, yeah.
I think at a certain point, people are going to start to look at Joseph.
You think so?
I think he's kind of running the show a little bit.
He did do that good play with
Yeah.
getting...
He's got two idols.
Yeah. And thing too, they have to also be kind of worried about stacking the jury with all of Edward's friends.
Oh.
Maybe, but they're going to get out eventually and there's so many other people.
That's true.
Yeah. Do they do a vote split thing in case of a shot in the dark play? Do they do 4 on Elizabeth, 4 on Hercule?
So wait, we don't think Joseph is a potential boot here?
Not here.
Not here.
I don't
No,
think so.
but eventually I think they're going to start to figure that out.
So they've got 2 options for Edward's allies, Elizabeth and Hercule.
Yeah.
They know shot in the dark is a potential.
Oh my God, we've totally forgot about that this whole time.
No, we did
did
it
one
once
shot
at
in the
least.
dark.
But,
Okay.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
they're like, okay, they're shot in the dark. One of them could play it. Why don't we split our 8 votes? 4 on Elizabeth, 4 on Hercule. Okay.
Okay.
Team Hot Mustache, which is gradually getting less hot, and more percentage-wise mustache. They, who are they going to vote for? Maybe, they probably want Joseph.
Joseph or Sully.
Okay. And they're
The
like,
underwear boys.
they could maybe, try to appeal to like Sam and Frankenstein, but they're just going to get met with like
blank stares.
yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe they could try to talk to Pinhead, but Pinhead knows where strength is.
Right.
He can see that the numbers aren't there. So they're going to vote for Joseph.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have 4 on Elizabeth, 4 on Hercule. Elizabeth is a little bit more desperate, like we said, a little bit more afraid. I think she's going to play her shot in the dark.
Okay. Should I roll for that?
I think roll for that. So Elizabeth does not have a vote.
Okay. Wait, what were the numbers for?
A 6.
It was.
she's safe,
Oh yeah,
everyone-
no, she's not safe.
Okay.
Yeah, I rolled a 5.
So the votes come out. They're red. 2 for Joseph, 4 for Elizabeth, 4 for Hercule. It's a tie. Mm-hmm. That means that there's a revote where only those 2 are up for votes.
Okay.
But since Elizabeth didn't have her vote because of Shot in the Dark, Hercule does have his vote. Normally, when there's a tie,
yeah.
the 2 who are voted don't get votes because they would cancel each other out. But as we have seen in last season, if one of them didn't have a vote for some reason, that cancellation doesn't happen. The other one does
shit.
get a vote. So now, because Hercule has a vote,
Yeah.
he's going to vote for Elizabeth.
Oh man.
And is everyone just going to make it easy and vote for Elizabeth?
God, I think so.
Yeah. No.
Oh no.
Oh, Elizabeth, this is gonna be so bad for your self-image. You switched back and
And gets voted out. Oh, no.
they're like, woman,
This season's
yeah,
rough.
woman over 40 spotted.
Eliminate.
Eliminate.
And we are officially all dudes.
That's so many.
We are down to
Oh.
10 contestants. Oops, all dudes.
This is really bad. Okay.
Oh man. I'm sorry everyone. We don't write it here. It's how it happens.
Okay. This next immunity challenge. I did my little dice roll again. Nothing happened.
Okay.
Who knows? Nothing might happen the whole season. I'll tell you what I've been rolling for this whole time
Yeah,
if nothing
I'm
happens.
curious.
Yeah. The contestants must answer a series of questions about the local culture. The person or tribe, not tribe, this is an individual challenge. The person who answers the most questions correctly wins. Who knows the most about Fiji after all these seasons in Fiji?
Hercule wins.
Dude, I think.
Hercule, this is it.
Like, if anyone is gonna know a ton about Fiji, it's Hercule.
Yeah, like maybe Pinhead. I don't think
No,
Pinhead.
it's
And like, at first I was gonna be like, oh, Edward again, because he's gone. But like, you don't learn about Fiji in high school. That's not high school knowledge. This is like,
And Edward knows things that he's experienced.
yeah.
Hercule
he would do
studies
the
things.
research.
Yeah.
This is like person who owns multiple globes knowledge.
And only one of them opens into a bar.
Yeah. Holy shit. Okay, this,
I think
It's got-
Hercule wins.
it's gotta be.
And literally everyone
Every single person. Yeah.
is
What's-
like, this is our one shot.
Yeah.
If you had asked me which challenge was going to be the most consequential, and you told me one, not Schmurgenball, and two,
I mean, that was pretty
one,
consequential.
the one where they had to answer trivia about Fiji, like insane.
Hercule comes back to camp a hero.
Yeah, holy shit.
Yeah. There's not like Edward's looking for an immunity idol, but Joseph has it.
Yeah, Joseph has it.
So here's the thing.
Shot in the dark.
Edward's going to play a shot in the dark.
Oh, yeah, he has to, for sure.
He knows absolute. So if he rolls a 6,
Dude, I'm
he's
gonna
Oh my
still
God,
in
what
the-
if he rolls a
I'm
6?
gonna lose my
Meanwhile, okay,
shit.
and here's what we'll say.
Yeah.
Everyone else is going to vote for Edward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Hercule, because he's his
Oh,
ally
yeah.
and because of the
Okay.
potential of a shot in the dark, he'll vote for Joseph,
Yeah.
Okay.
as
my
they've been
God.
gunning for him.
Is Joseph gonna play?
I don't think so.
I don't think you play
You
your
think-
idol on a 1 in 6 shot.
No.
Okay.
So if it's a 6,
Dude,
Edward's in.
No, it was a 1.
Okay.
Edward
Edward Cullen eliminated.
off to
Oh,
the
wow.
easily the hottest jury.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're fine at Ponderosa.
Yeah.
I mean,
on.
Edward, I trust he'll be faithful. I don't think he's going to be,
They're
No.
enjoying themselves.
but, you know, he's going swimming.
I almost feel bad for these two ladies because they're gonna be
It's-
very horned up for him. And-
Seriously, you can look, but you can't touch.
yeah.
All right, down to 9.
Next episode, Hercule's a hero. Nothing happens with my little dice roll. Okay, let's see if I can explain this challenge. The castaways are going to swing a long pendulum through a frame around a bottle. So imagine there's like a glass bottle sitting in the middle, and there's like a metal frame kind of sticking out on either side of it with 2 like gaps in it. You're holding like a pendulum on a string, and you start spinning it in a circle. You're trying to like spin it through those gaps in the frame around and around without hitting the frame, because if you hit the frame, your bottle falls over.
Okay.
so it's a coordination.
It's control. It's like fine
Yeah, very
muscle.
finesse.
Yes,
Yes.
finesse. Yes, there you go. There you go.
A lot of finesse.
Okay, I feel like now our options, we can talk a bit
Really
more
opened up, yeah.
specifically about people's physical capabilities here, because we
It's
don't
not
have
just, oh, it's
Edward just crushing it. Edward, possible future Royal Rumble contestant.
Oh no! Oh my! I mean,
There's-
supermassive black hole.
And
Yeah.
there's a
Song.
sparkly entrance.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Jesus.
People would be mad at
What would our?
I think we're very close culturally to just everyone being like, you know what, Twilight, we had a good time. Because I think everyone pretty much at this point, we all really like Kristen Stewart and Robert Pattinson.
That's true.
That's true. They've really done a good job.
You know, I think,
I mean, I still think there are like some people are like, oh, fucking Twilight vampire.
But I think-
but it's like they're so removed from actual pop culture.
I think we're on the precipice of that attitude being seen as like a weird, outdated, like, oh, that's such a millennial guy thing to think.
Yeah,
You know,
that could be true.
Like old. Mm-hmm. Anyway, things I think about. Okay, who we got here?
Could this be Jupe, because this is kind of a carnival game? Yeah, right?
This is
He's
yeah.
like a
I was gonna say a
lasso
lasso.
Oh my
yeah.
god, what a like big win it would be. Like
Pinhead,
a
I
big
feel,
moment.
is also a potential.
Pinhead also big potential here,
A lot of poise, we've said.
but I do love the idea of Jupe being like, finally,
I think it comes down
all
to
of my
the two of them.
lasso experience. Yeah,
And let's give it to Jupe.
yeah, I think so.
He gets his little Jupe moment.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. Great.
So now Jupe and Joseph are sitting pretty.
Oh yeah,
He's
they're
got hidden immunity. He's got immunity from the challenge. So, and now it's kind of opened up. You know?
It really has. Yeah. Now we can think about this.
Because they've eliminated Team Hot Mustache except for Mustache,
Right. So it's just Mustache.
who could he endear himself to anyone?
I think he could go back over to like
The
Sam
Misfits?
Leather. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sully's going to be a problem.
In what way?
I just don't think they'll like each other.
Oh, Hercule and Sully.
I think Hercule instantly is like, this guy's fucking weird.
Is this
We said that
Joseph's chance to take a shot at Sully? Because he's got an idol, Jupe's got immunity. They could pull in Hercule. They get what, 2 more? They got him.
Yeah. Okay. How about Team Desperate Boys? They That is Jupe, Joseph, Jack, and then they're kind of like Pinhead is kind of just with them because they're desperate, and he offers salvation from desperation. I could see them gunning for Sully, and then Hercule, they could be like, hey, listen, Hercule, why don't you try to go get, or no, Hercule, they won't tell him that, but Hercule will like see what's happening. Perhaps he makes a spy hut, you know? I could see Hercule doing something like that.
like it.
Observation.
You know, Tony style. He's doing
yeah.
observations. He's hearing, or Tony, or let's not sell her short. Fucking
Rachel.
Michigan.
Hell yeah.
Okay, where she spied in the middle of the night.
Fucking awesome winner. I won't hear any contradictions.
Yeah,
she's great. Hercule does one of those. Here's their plan.
Okay.
And so he decides to ingratiate himself with the misfits of Leatherface, Frank, and Sam.
Oh, yeah. Here, I'll add 1 to your number. We're going to turn this ship around.
Oh, yeah.
Well, no, I was saying he's like, hey, they're going after Sully. Oh, I see what you mean, though.
Yeah.
He could say...
Like, he's got a lot of power right now because it's an even split down the middle.
Yeah, between the two alliances.
Yeah.
He'd be like, whoa, they're going after Sully. And is that what it sounds like?
Yeah.
And so why don't we
That's exactly what he
turn the
sounds like.
tables? They know Joseph as an idol, and they can't afford to split their votes in this situation.
Yeah.
So I think it's either Jack or Pinhead that they decide to go after. Do they see Pinhead as the strength?
Pinhead's the you're going to get rid
Yeah.
of either of them. It's Pinhead.
Okay. So I think
Does he
Hercule
use
is able to...
Does Pinhead see this coming, and does he use his shot in the dark?
I don't know.
I don't think so. I think that many shots in the dark would be a little bit
It never
crazy.
happened.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. People don't use them as much as you think.
I mean, like Edward obviously would in that situation.
Because
But
Yes.
listen, if they think something's going to happen, they could try to convince one of the others to join their side. And then in that case, it's like, we can't afford for Pinhead to lose his vote by playing
Right.
shot in the dark. We
Right.
need all our votes.
Yeah.
So, but I
Yeah.
think the others would all stick together. And Hercule also, he has that relationship with Sam.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
that's
that's
helping
true.
him with that.
Yeah.
That's true.
Crew.
Okay.
So I think they take out Pinhead
Okay.
in a 4-5 vote.
The winner of this is going to be weird.
I'm
I'm just looking at this gallery we have left, and it's weird. There's only like 1 or 2 where if I'm kind of a casual horror fan, I'm like, oh yeah, sure, Frankenstein wins.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. But everyone else is so fucking random. Great. I love it. Oh my gosh, I love the challenge for this episode. And Survivor actually needs to do this. Maybe they have done this in a season, but if they haven't, this is so good. Oh wait, first I gotta roll my D20.
What is fucking going on with this?
No, we're good. Nothing happens. I'll explain later. Don't worry. The immunity challenge. It's an egg drop challenge like you do in high school.
Oh my God.
Contestants must use whatever they can find around camp. Palm fronds, sticks, coconut husks, whatever.
This is a good
to build
idea.
a container to protect an egg from a high drop. Whoever builds the best little container to keep their egg safe wins. I just came up with this. I thought this would be such a great Survivor. This feels like an early season
Yeah, for sure.
Survivor immunity challenge.
Okay.
And I
ooh.
just love the idea of it a lot.
I think Hercule could do well here. He seems kind of inventive.
Yeah.
And old
knows-
school.
He knows science and
He
physics.
knows physics.
Because that's a lot of his like
Oh.
mystery, you know, where he
Oh, the bullet would have ricocheted
yeah,
off
the
of
angle
the...
Yeah.
of this, or like the chemical properties of this means blah blah blah. So
Yeah.
he's
He
very
also he knows a lot about Fiji. As
Oh, yeah,
established,
we've
so he would know the
established.
local fauna
sure
or flora. Sorry,
flora, fauna, or no, you're not using fauna. That would be
No,
cruel.
like, come here, little bunny. Let me shave you.
It's possible. It's allowed.
I think Sully could be good at this.
Sure.
I
Hair.
just feel like he's building stuff. Or Leatherface too, maybe could be good at this because he's crafty.
Sam, or I think Jack, Joseph, Jupe.
I think Sam just drops the egg, like he doesn't even build it. He just watches it and is like,
yeah, he's clapping his hands. Jeff's like, Sam, not giving it anything really.
Frankenstein.
He threw a little girl into a lake and watched her die by accident.
Yeah.
Egg, and then he's gonna cry.
He picks up the egg and
crushes
accidentally
it.
crushes it in his hand.
Oh man.
I'm inclined to give it to Hercule again.
Yeah,
He knows his.
I know. I think so. Yeah.
Now he's gonna be the
I
problem.
know. Now he's too smart. Okay, great. So who who's going home? Do you think he's just gonna go after take out the two leaders of these alliances back to back?
Well, or is this when they come at Joseph and Joseph plays his idol?
Who knows that he has an idol? Jack and Jupe do.
Yeah.
Maybe nobody else?
I don't.
Did they keep it close to the vest?
I think so because they're not really talking.
They're not
to
really
these
talking
guys.
to anybody.
They
They can't talk
even
to
if he told
Sam.
Sam. I mean, I guess Sam could point
Sure.
Yeah.
and feel like I don't know what the symbol for idol would be.
Yeah. I
That's
don't
actually a
know.
little difficult.
It's difficult to convey for sure.
That's the tragedy. Sam knows and he can't
He
tell
can.
anybody.
Yeah. He cannot speak.
Okay. So I guess they could go after Joseph.
Mm-hmm.
Joseph's gonna know it.
Yeah.
He sees these numbers. He knows how that last vote went.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think I think regardless, he's like, screw it. I'm just going to play.
Or he's
maybe.
gonna play the idol. So that means him, Jupe, and Jack can kind of determine who goes home
Any chance the group of five splits the vote?
in case of an idol. If they do, though, that's just a 3 vote and a 2 vote.
Versus a 3 vote. You're right, so it wouldn't matter.
Yeah,
Hmm.
because then it would tie. I mean, that might happen. They could try that. But I feel like their 3 vote would be on Joseph.
Would be on Joseph, yeah.
So we can say they do that. They'll throw 2 on Jupe, 3 on Joseph. But then the Jupe, Joseph, Jack alliance will stay strong as Joseph plays his idol. Does not count, does not count, does not count. And the 3 votes, who are they going to vote for?
Is this Sully?
Hercule's immune because he's kind of the obvious choice. So I feel like probably Sully.
I think Sully just knock out their kind of connective tissue / leader. Mm-hmm.
Or do they go for Sam to take out one of Hercule's numbers? Like his most loyal ally.
Yeah, I guess Sam is the common ground, like in terms of numbers that
He links Hercule to the,
To
other
the rest
3.
of them, yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I think that makes sense.
Sam's gone. It's 3 votes.
Okay.
Sam just like using the water slide and stuff at Ponderosa. He's like excited to get voted off.
Yeah, he just shrugs when he's voted
He's like,
off, and
yeah.
he like leaves. And Jeff's like, "No, you got to get your bring your torch
Yeah,
here. I gotta
yeah,
stuff it." He's like, "Sorry, Sam, the tribe," and Sam's just walking off.
Yeah.
He's
He's already gone.
He's already thinking about pizza. Okay. Okay, nothing happens. This immunity challenge. This is interesting. This will be interesting to kind of think about. Each castaway is going to hold onto a handle with a rope wrapped around it, connected to a bucket that contains 25% of their body weight before the game began. If they let go of the handle, the bucket drops, eliminating them.
Throw it on both hands.
Yep.
It's wrapped around.
Yep.
As they lose their grip, it starts to unwind, and
Yes.
so there's a lot of like tension and
Yes.
suspense.
Yeah,
as
yeah.
It's like and then once it falls, it like usually breaks like a little sheet of glass or something, indicating that it's fallen enough to eliminate them.
Yeah. So, like,
It's like wrist strength, grip strength.
and also I feel like a big thing too is if you had a lot of muscle mass before you started the show and you lost a lot of like muscle mass, that would have all contributed to your weight. So you're lifting a heavy bucket, but
Sure.
now you're not as strong. So.
Leatherface and Frankenstein were the heaviest. But I also feel like they're still the
Frankenstein
strongest.
is probably still consistent, though, right?
Yeah,
Does he
he's-
need to eat?
No, I don't think he's because he's reanimated. I
Yeah,
don't
so
think.
he's good.
I feel like his grip
Frankenstein,
strength is
honestly,
probably,
dude,
Yeah, I think
Frankenstein might win
Frankenstein's got
this
this
one.
one.
Yeah.
I don't know if he gets tired like everyone else.
Because, like, everybody else, like, Sully hasn't been eating people.
That's
you know?
true.
Leatherface, we've established, is a little bit wobbly.
Yeah, I bet Sully's feeling pretty shitty right now.
Oh
actually.
yeah, he hasn't.
He hasn't
fed.
eaten.
Yeah. Leatherface, I feel, would do pretty well. Would come down to the two of them because Leatherface is used to grabbing a chainsaw. And
Yeah.
holding it
And
while
hold and
running.
yeah,
That
right.
grip
Oh,
strength.
that's true. That's a good point.
But
Yeah.
Frankenstein, I just feel like his arms,
He's
his hands
gonna
aren't
hang
gonna
on.
get tired.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Frankenstein
Good
takes it.
job, Frankenstein.
Good job, Frank.
But it's an entertaining watch between
Yes.
Leatherface and
They're there all
Frankenstein.
night.
Oh yeah.
Frankenstein just like, and there's captions that are like, I'm going to donate the $1 million to my charity of my choosing.
Jeff, they need to bring out a step stool for Jeff to put the immunity necklace over him.
That'd be so cute. So, who's going home?
All right, Frank's immune. Joseph played his immunity.
Oh, he
idol.
played it. He's done. He's toast.
Does Sully, Leather, Frank, and Hercule just
Get
team
rid
up to
of-
take?
yeah.
Okay, Joseph, he's gonna fight,
That's true.
and he's gonna say, "Hey guys, Hercule is really putting up a threat here. He's got a great game. He's super logical. He's been winning the most challenges.
He'll be able to convince Sully, I think.
Yeah, Sully probably doesn't like Hercule.
No, I think they just work together out of necessity, but
Yeah.
maybe not anymore.
especially with Sam gone.
Right. Yeah, that was why taking out Sam was a strategic move. So I could see Joseph convincing Sully.
Yeah, because Sully is also like, is he like a Southern guy?
Yeah.
He's not gonna like a European detective.
He's not gonna like any detective.
Oh yeah, they might be on his case. Fine.
Hercule's just like he does like the Sherlock Holmes thing where he just looks at you and is like, your hands are calloused in this specific way and your hair is this, but you know, he can put together that Sully fucking eats people.
Yeah, I think Joseph can convince Sully
Yeah,
to vote against Hercule
I think
as
so.
a threat.
I think so.
Wow.
So it's Frank, Leather, and Hercule voting for Joseph, and the others all voting for Hercule.
Yeah, okay.
He goes home. Well, he goes to the jury.
Okay, our next immunity challenge. This is going to be the last episode, by the way, that Joseph's idol is valid.
He already used
He
it.
played.
Oh,
it.
he used it already. That's right.
Yeah.
I just have that on my sheet.
Yeah.
So I'm like Anchorman. I just read what's on here. Okay, so all of the tribe members are going to be laying on inclined platforms. They're going to hold onto a bar for as long as they can handle. The last person left holding on wins. In Survivor Fiji, and I'm going to use this here too, the inclined platform is going to be set to be steeper every 5 minutes. And there's going to be water trickle, literally like water torture. They're going to have water.
They did this on season 2 of American Grit, hosted by John Cena, which I watched because I worked at Fox at the time.
They did this in season 4 of Survivor.
You know who's very familiar with inclined platforms? Frankenstein's monster.
Wow, I didn't even think of that. He was
Basically
born on
sad,
one.
Yeah,
Like this is coming home for Frankenstein.
and it's the grip strength again.
Yeah, right.
And
They've
like, how
established.
much sensitivity does he even have on his
head. Yeah.
Like, how much
Oh,
does it even?
nothing's
bother?
gonna roll off. It's
Oh,
just
you-
gonna pool and.
Well, no, because it goes on his forehead.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay,
But yes, I do like he becomes a kappa.
Yeah.
Just has a pool of water on his head. It might just be Frankenstein.
I think Frank.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay,
Once again, it comes down to him and Leather.
very nice.
Yeah.
Now is it time to get rid of Joseph?
How like is he going to be manipulative enough to keep himself around? I feel like at this point people are like, Joseph's gonna win. We gotta get him.
Jack doesn't want to be runner-up again.
Ooh, interesting.
Oh my God, Jack right now is like for Jack, it's either he's afraid of going home early, sure, but he's more afraid of making it far enough to come in second.
Yeah.
You know,
That's the
that's
biggest
too
fear. Yeah.
too painful.
He's gonna have to. We've kind of been neglecting Jack and just grouping him in with an Al, and that happens when we're doing this. But
Yeah.
I feel like he would want to make a big move
I think
to
he's
try to add to his resume.
I think he's thinking about the resume.
This
So-
this is his moment to be like, I'm gonna step up now. I'm gonna take a shot.
I mean, I don't think it's that flashy to just ally with the other 3 and take out Joseph, but I think that's his only option right now. Mm-hmm. Like the time to make a big move was probably earlier, and we just didn't consider that, unfortunately. but I do think he will recognize that Joseph is a threat, and I think he'll vote. He'll vote for Joseph.
You think Joseph's gone?
I think Joseph's gone.
Yeah, it makes sense looking at. I think Jack will be able to talk to Jupe and be like, "Hey, can we just get rid of this dude?"
I think Joseph shot in the dark.
Yes, I think.
Oh
so too.
yeah.
He hasn't used that already.
He has not. He had an idol.
Yeah, he's a
Glad
squirmy
someone
guy.
was keeping track, and I forget. He's safe.
Oh,
He's safe. I rolled a 6.
So then, does he vote for Jack?
Well, he doesn't get a vote.
Oh no, he doesn't
played shot
get
in the
a.
dark.
So it's a revote.
But you said before this, because I was working in my mind the assumption that Jupe would stay with him. But you said right before they voted that Jack went to Jupe. And
That's
told him,
true.
Hey man, let's cut Joseph loose. So it was all the votes on Joseph.
5-0.
It was 5-0, but Jeff unrolled the parchment and it says safe. Joseph is safe via shot in the dark. Our first ever successful shot in the dark on Horror Survivor. That means there's a revote with 4 remaining contestants. Frankenstein still immune from the challenge. He does have a vote though.
Okay.
Joseph does not have a vote. He lost his to play shot in the dark.
God.
It is an active live tribal. They're scrambling.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
we're whispering. Some whispering more successfully than others. Frankenstein.
No.
Like, no, stop pointing. Stop.
Oh shit, dude.
Well, then does this backfire on Jack?
Why?
If he makes a show of like, this is my move to turn on Joseph. Now is everybody like, oh, he tried to pull this move?
I mean, I guess Frank and Leather. Well, Frank and Leather, their alliance might not be as strong anymore because Leather's probably getting frustrated that
Of
Frank
losing
keeps.
the immunities?
Yeah, because Leatherface he is emotional. I could see him losing these 2 challenges in a row and being like really sad about it, and maybe
Yeah.
throwing a little bit of a temper tantrum.
Yeah, he's swinging his arms up in the middle of the road. So I don't know how much they're going to be able to work together anymore.
This is crazy.
Yeah,
This could be like a 2-2-1 or 3-3-3-2.
yeah, dude.
Jack just kind of immediately stands out, for doing that.
for like trying to make a big move.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess they would vote for Jack.
Oh my God.
Wow, Joseph's still in it. Disgusting.
can't
People are
believe-
freaking. People are freaking about Joseph now.
Fucking yeah.
Okay. Nothing happens.
It's just like Sully gets arrested.
Yeah,
Clarice Starling shows up and is like, I've been on his trail for a few years now.
Okay, our immunity challenge. The castaways are going to stack letter blocks on a tower on a wobbly platform. Simultaneously, they are pulling a rope taut to keep the platform balanced while retrieving all of their blocks to stack on the little platform. The first castaway to stack their blocks to spell immunity and return to the starting position wins. This was used in this last season, and it was fucking crazy.
It was great.
Yeah, it was
That's
really
good,
awesome.
good TV.
It's going back and forth, trying to balance via tension with a rope,
And-
a small platform, while the stack of blocks gets higher and higher and
And
more difficult
spelling
to
a
balance.
word.
And you got to spell a word.
And you gotta spell a word.
Yeah.
It's very good. This is anybody's game, I think.
No, it's not Frankenstein.
Not Frankenstein's,
or
not
Leatherface's.
Leatherface.
Yeah.
They're not so good at spelling.
They don't have the finesse.
Even if they stack, they're like getting frustrated. They keep winning, and all their and Jeff's like, nope, that's not spelled right.
No.
Start over.
Oh my god.
Sully's weak. He's not going to be able to
I think
hold
at
that
this
rope.
point he's really
Tired and weak. Yeah, he's not going to be able to hold
we
that rope
see
and get
him in that
balance.
movie like get progressively weaker when he doesn't eat.
So it's down between Joseph and Jupe.
This is also kind of carnival-y.
This is a little bit Carney-esque.
I could see Jupe doing it.
Another immunity win. His second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I see it. Yeah, I like it.
Jupe wins immunity.
Okay.
Do they decide to take out Joseph? He has no shot in the dark. He has no immunity idol. He did not win the challenge.
It's time, right?
Is it time?
Otherwise, he wins. Like, that's the argument at this
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
You don't want to sit next to that guy.
no,
in a
he's-
few senses. I think they vote him out.
Okay.
Wow. Damn.
that's
Joseph went far.
that's a big people. The audience is like, oh, he would have won.
Yeah.
That's a big loss.
Yeah.
Played a great game. Played a great creepy game.
Okay. Nothing happens. Okay. So this last immunity challenge.
Finale time, yeah.
Yes. We're going back to a classic. It's the. Not that's carnival music. What's the with the
Blue ball machine,
The blue
yeah.
ball machine.
Yeah.
Where it's a metal track and you put a ball in it and it rolls through and you catch it, and then as time goes on you're adding more and more balls to it. So
And there
you're
are different tracks that like trigger.
Yeah.
And so you have to keep catching them and putting them in the top without missing the subsequent balls that pop out.
Right.
They often do this for Final Four. This is like big last challenge type thing because this is the last challenge.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have one hand tied behind your back with this?
No.
Do they
I
do
don't
that
think
sometimes?
so.
They've done that, right? Haven't
Really?
they done that? Or
I don't.
I do think they have to use one hand. I
Yeah.
don't know if it's tied, but I don't
I think it is
they're-
one hand. Yeah.
Oh.
Because you can't be holding two balls at once.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like, you know,
okay. Yeah, I couldn't remember if that's one hand or not.
Uh-huh. I think it's a one-hander. So, I think Jupe.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I
Jupe.
think Jupe. Because I.
late run from Jupe.
Yeah. Because even if, Frankenstein's like a pretty physical challenge, but like
It's coordination.
And he's not like a fast moving guy.
No, he's lumbering.
Yeah. So he's got that strength.
And Leatherface is probably going to get frustrated.
I think
Oh,
Leatherface is
yeah.
going to get really
Get
frustrated.
emotional,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like-
Sully is like
He's-
about to pass out. He's so hungry.
Oh,
Okay.
Jeff, help me with
Jeff?
my balls. Help an old man with his balls, Jeff. They keep falling.
The way you drew out the A in balls that first time. Oh man, with his balls. Okay. Jeff is like, I'm not allowed to do that, Sully. Okay. So Jupe wins that challenge. Who is he?
It happened.
What? Oh no! Who? Okay, so
Winning this challenge
Yes.
means that Jupe is in the final tribal council with 3 contestants.
Oh my god.
He gets to pick one of these others to go with him, and the remaining 2 have to compete in a
compete in
fire
fire.
making challenge.
Oh my god.
And one of our contestants here is Frankenstein.
That's so fucking good.
He knows that if he puts Frankenstein in fire, he's going to lose.
right.
But
Does
here's the problem, though. I don't know if you do put Frankenstein in fire because you would want to, like,
Do you want to get rid of Sully?
you
or
want to
do you
get rid of Sully, right?
But the thing is whoever you put in fire against Frankenstein, that makes
it's
them look
worthless.
so bad
That's true.
in front. Like, you won fire making.
Listen, I'm going to be upfront here. I don't know who's going to be able to beat Jupe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he wins now.
He's got a real good resume
Yeah.
at the end with winning challenges. He kind of, was able to just like, he'll probably say he was always able to keep a meat shield in front of him in the form of Joseph.
Sure.
And, stay with that alliance long enough to where.
Dude, I'm worried about Jupe's tribal speech or final.
No, because he's good at speeches, He had that whole.
You don't think he'll
audience.
get too cocky?
I don't think cocky.
The
no.
idea of, like-
I mean, sure, I see what you're saying.
If he
'cause
says the meat shield argument, if I'm in the jury, I'm like, the fuck, man.
We'll see. We'll
Yeah.
see when it comes down to it.
Yeah.
But I do think Leatherface has nothing to his name here.
No, yeah.
He's the-
Frank won
yeah.
some challenges. Sully has kind of like headed some groups. So I think he takes Leatherface.
Okay.
And he leaves this sad, pathetic fire making
Oh
challenge
my god.
between Sully and Frankenstein. Frank You can't do it.
He can't do
He
it.
can't make fire.
Yeah.
You can't do no.
I was gonna this time factor in we talked about rolling to see if
Wind conditions affect them differently.
But like
I don't think
at
it
this
matters.
point, I don't even know if it matters.
I think it's going to take Sully a long time,
Yeah.
and it's going to make him look weak and pathetic.
Yeah.
But Frank he can't even sit there. He can't.
It's like the most fundamental thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you think of Frankenstein, you think
Fire bad.
Yeah.
He can't do it.
Yeah.
Can't do it.
Frank's out.
Okay.
Man. I was kind of hoping for a little while, like maybe Frankenstein is gonna
I
win.
know,
right?
me too. I was that would have been a nice classic
Yeah.
winner, but unfortunately.
Final tribal council making their case to the jury of their peers.
Oh no, Leatherface.
Leatherface.
Is Leatherface, who can't speak.
Leatherface, yeah, if he can speak, he doesn't.
Sully.
Sully, who is like passing out basically, and also is just weird and bad to listen to and kind of drools.
He does drool. We didn't even factor that in. He's like,
Yeah.
he's like wiping his mouth.
Yeah.
Oh man. And then Ricky Jupe Park, who is a rehearsed showman,
Professional actor.
Extremely
Professional.
charismatic. Yes. I mean, I don't really think it's much of
Well,
a contest.
let's go through our jury and see who they vote for.
Okay. Because this does
Do it by the books here.
We've had some surprises before, I think, when we
We
through
have, yeah.
individual
We've surprised
votes.
ourselves.
Yeah.
Jack, he was allied with Jupe for a long time.
That's
Yeah.
true.
After the merge.
Yep.
And I don't think he's really gonna have
Betray
any
that,
reason to
yeah.
vote for the other two. I put him in Jupe's corner. Mm-hmm. Pero.
Wow.
Him and Sully didn't like each other.
No. I think he's going to vote for Jupe.
Leatherface is a criminal. And he is
I mean,
a
so
lawman.
is Jupe.
But not in the same way.
Not.
He
He's a
steals
horse thief.
horses and feeds them to an alien.
They don't know that. They never charged him. Okay.
That's true.
Sam. He might vote for Leatherface. I don't think Sam really cares.
No.
That'd be so funny if then Leatherface gets second because he gets one vote and it's Sam.
I think Sam.
I think Sam just
would
votes
vote
for his friend.
Leatherface. Yeah.
Yeah.
His friend.
Yeah.
Silent buddy.
Yeah. He writes he writes LF and then turns to leave, and a producer's like, no, you got to hold it up to the camera.
Yeah.
And, like, show.
You know,
come
you
on,
want to go back.
to the water
Yeah, to
slide.
they've got a soft serve machine back at the hotel, but
Okay. Pinhead.
Pinhead. Okay. I know that Pinhead was kind of allied with Jupe, but like, who does Pinhead respect? Because that, people's alliances sometimes don't vote for each other.
We did say that Jupe had this like he's part of the Desperate Boys.
Right.
You know, he's hungry for fame. Mm-hmm. I don't think Pinhead respects that.
No.
Does Pinhead have any care for Sully?
They never really interacted with each other.
They didn't. Sully he's made his way through the world surviving by eating people. I don't know.
If Ricky it was against anyone else more honorable and like straightforward, but I think he's still just gonna vote for
Okay.
him.
All right. Edward Cullen.
He wasn't really hanging out with any of these guys.
No. He's just going to have to base it on gameplay.
I mean, I'm thinking of Edward Cullen as a character. The least objectionable person is Jupe. I don't.
He's like a moral guy.
I don't think Edward
Yeah.
he has like a personal problem with cannibals. That's his whole thing.
Oh, that's true.
Is he doesn't drink human blood.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And it
literally Sully and Leatherface
Yeah.
eat
Both
people.
eat-
And
people.
it causes like vampire drama. The fact that
Well, he's going to go with the one who doesn't eat people.
Yeah.
the bar is low.
Is she back to Sue at this point, or is she still Elizabeth?
She's still Elizabeth, I think.
Okay. I mean, Jupe really set himself up for success.
Will Elizabeth Sue have sympathy for Jupe as a former star?
They also
Yeah.
have
They
have that
the pressures of
connection.
showbiz.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay. He's entering a new stage of his
Yeah.
life as an entertainer. He was a child star. Now he's doing this ranch thing. She was like popular when she was younger. And now, Grace from Ready or Not.
The non-murderers.
Yeah, the ones that don't eat people.
I think that's really the crux
I think that's
of
a
this.
pretty big factor for a lot of these people.
Jupe's going to win via not eating human flesh.
Yeah.
Man, can you imagine if winning Survivor was that easy? Just don't eat people.
Joseph from Creep.
Well, Jupe was his like ally the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Do you think he's jealous, though?
Yeah.
Do you think he's going to cast just a spiteful vote for someone else?
Maybe Leatherface. I don't think he liked Sully.
Yeah, okay. I think he would just vote for Leatherface out of spite. What?
But does he know that Jupe's going to win and then he doesn't want to appear to have voted for a loser? He wants to be able to say, "Yeah, I was right there with all you guys. We all had the right idea. We all voted for that winner." He'll vote for Leather.
I think Frank. What?
Because they had that little spat at the end with the challenges, but like, do you think?
I think it's less of a spat and more just Leatherface kind of being upset with himself.
Okay,
I think Frankenstein maybe doesn't even realize Leatherface was mad at him.
that's possible too.
Yeah.
All right. With a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 votes compared to 2 and 0, our winner of Horror Survivor Season 6, Ricky Jupe Park.
Yeah.
Runner-up, Leatherface. And third place, 0 vote finalist, Sully from Bones and All.
Amazing.
Wow.
Amazing.
Wow.
You know, Jupe is a good Survivor winner.
I think so.
You know what? Here's the thing, too. Jupe has one of the shortest stints in the Horror Rumble.
That's
okay.
He
true.
went in there, he got eliminated right away.
Yeah.
And then he was like, all right, I'm going to apply to Survivor.
I'm going to work out a little bit.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And he came on here and he won.
Yeah.
So I think that's a nice
Big
redemption.
redemption.
Big redemption for Jupe, who that's all he was looking for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a nice story.
Yeah.
Great. Amazing. Hey, it's Chelsea jumping in real quick. I realized that I never explained to James why I was rolling a dice over and over again at the beginning of each episode. In the last half of this episode, I was rolling to see if Sully would need to eat or if Dante the Great needed to feed someone to his magic cloak. I kind of factored in options for if either of them made it to the late game, which luckily one of them did, but I never rolled a 20, so no one needed to be sacrificed. We would have had another death in Horror Survivor, so our contestants got out lucky, I guess. Okay, back to the episode. And now on his ranch/theme park, he can incorporate Survivor into all of it.
Oh,
The
yeah.
branding is
Yeah.
going to
Yeah.
be crazy.
Yeah.
The merch is going to be out of control.
He's going to have Jupiter's Claim buffs
Yeah.
for sale. Absolutely.
Would wear one.
You'll get to play the games that he won.
Oh my god! Like, can you beat Jupe?
Can you beat Jupe?
Can you outlast Jupe in the ball?
Oh,
Like,
I love that.
he'll definitely
Love
have
that.
that.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
man. Can we sell Jupiter's Claim buffs?
Right? How murky is that territory?
Yeah.
IP wise,
Are we going to get double
copyright-wise?
sued?
Yeah.
We did it.
We did it. Horror Survivor 6. I promised it was going to happen, and it did.
It did. I think it was a real good one.
It was good. Yes,
Uh-huh.
I
A
had
lot of
some
fun twists.
really goofy moments.
Yep.
Amazing.
Thank you, Gressel, for
Thank you,
dedicating your
Gressel.
Sunday night to this. What
Yeah.
time is it as we're wrapping up?
One.
It is 1 in the morning.
It's 1 in the morning.
As
one in
we're
the
wrapping
morning.
up, I have
shit.
a live stream in 7 hours
Okay.
to do.
Well, let's end this episode.
Yeah.
Then. All right. Until next time, I'm Chelsea.
I'm James.
And that's Gressel.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
Gressel.
Gressel. This has been the Dead Meat Podcast.